Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Same case.
A2D After Hours. Let's go. Agree, disagree. A2D Radio, live from the Real Talk Studios.
Boom, chicka, boom, boom.
every Sunday, but now we're on Monday nights. A little filler spot here.
Slithering
It's brought to
into
you by our
late
certified public accountant, Gibson Mayer LLC. Make him yours. Find him on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Robbie Pope on the ones and twos. Everybody out there, we're doing live reaction to the Phils, obviously in extras right now. We'll have 5 questions at the end of the show with Robbie. Way too early NFL predictions. Carson Wentz's progression. Eagles training camp reports. We'll talk a little Phils, obviously a lot of Phils. We'll discuss which starting pitchers are still available in trades. What other guys maybe do you want that maybe are out there before tomorrow's trade deadline. But our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find on the web, scanzanosports.com. If the Phillies don't make another move before Tuesday's deadline, can this team win a playoff series? Real simple. Yes, no. Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. Who just singled, big dog?
I said.
Mikel.
That's the guy.
Michael.
If it wasn't Hoskins, that's the right guy to have at the plate. These two guys are. Don't touch.
And now we got to deal with Andrew Knapp.
Don't sleep on the napper.
In
Everybody loves
a
a
big spot.
usually an afternoon nap, but, we're going to try to get a late night one here. Let's go.
I might fall asleep on the couch at some point, so just wake me up. It is a casting couch. We will have different celebrities walking through to join us on the casting couch throughout the night here. This is how we do.
First and
And
second.
you know what I mean by celebrities.
First and second, top 13, in case you're just tuning in. 1-1. First and second for the Fightins.
And if you're just tuning into the Phils, you're probably a fraud Phils fan. So wake up. You know what I mean? Hop in early.
Unless you're at work.
Okay, yeah, we make exceptions.
40% of the country works in the night shift, according to a poll I made up. So, I mean.
Tremendous poll.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with your poll.
Yeah.
Not at all. But to our poll question.
Fuck Reuters. I need Wilson.
Is this team good enough to win a playoff series as of right now?
No.
Not feeling it?
We don't hit enough. It's just fact. I'm the biggest Phillies fan you'll meet. I still think we could get another piece. We just don't hit enough. And I just don't see it. Because the teams that we're going to have to play, I mean, let's look at it. Can we make the playoffs? Absolutely. Can we win a series? I don't know. I don't think we can. I think we would need Nola to go absolutely shut down 2 games in the series, guaranteed. And then you're going to need Arrieta to throw well. And someone's got to hit. We just don't hit. We just don't hit enough. They're going to pitch around Hoskins. We just don't hit enough. That's all it is.
So what would you do? What would you do at this point with the deadline looming?
We don't lose the ball enough either, which all these other teams, they homer every game. Recently we've been homering a little bit. But
jeez.
Get off the wall.
I thought it was shorter than that.
It's a sandbox there, so. But yeah, I just feel like we don't hit enough, and it's just going to come back to haunt us. Like, we're pitching as good as we can pitch. Like, if you told me that our staff was going to be this good, I'd think that we're even better than we are right now because we're just not hitting. We just can't hit the baseball. So, like, I just don't see our staff maintaining this high of a level. Like Nola, I do, and I think Jake is starting to refine himself. He was bad for about a month and a half there, and Vinny looks a lot better than he used to. Last couple years, like he's finding it more. But still, I still don't think. Like, are we really thinking that they're going to continue this great pitching? Like,
well, I think that ties into
Eflin to continue.
I think that ties into maybe
Pavetta.
a Chris Archer. To me, that's what it ties into.
I would love to get
He's
Archer.
out there. You control him to 2021. It's a no-brainer. So why would you not? It's not like a Machado situation where it's essentially a rental. You don't know if you're going to get him. You have no problem backing up the Brinks of prospects to the Rays to get a guy that you control for that long. That now you put him in your rotation as a 2 or 3. Now that rotation to win a playoff series, you're feeling a lot more comfortable, even though we don't hit enough. But you're saying, okay, if I got Noah, Archer, and Arrieta in a series, I got to feel good about myself. Because right now, Aaron Nola is the top 5 arm in baseball. He just is. It's just numbers-wise, everything. I mean, listen, this is one of the best lineups in baseball.
It's the best lineup.
And without, the
number one in every category.
I agree with you. And without, a misjudged line drive, you're talking about him shutting them down all night.
Yeah, your son
with 3 hits.
Your son fucked us.
Okay, well, listen, it's not about me right now. I'm talking about the team. Well, so you want to direct it at me. I didn't miss the line drive,
I'm
Daddy.
directing at your kid.
Okay.
I mean,
guy got on 4 times tonight too, or 3 times. So
I'm sure I'm sure they called, and I mean, the tires were kicked. I mean, of course, you would take a guy like Archer, absolutely, 100%. But are the Rays? I know the Rays are throwing him out there, but I mean, they're still. I can't imagine they just want to. When you have control of somebody, one thing if you're about to lose somebody, and you're like, all right, let's go. We're a small market. Nobody comes to see us.
Like Baltimore. You knew they were trading.
Yeah, let's just keep getting pieces and see if we can put a run together like 2008. I mean, that's in their minds. But when you got a control of a guy, why dump him? I mean, I heard you hear the Padres are in on him, so I'm sure. I'm sure the Phillies, have inquired about it, but you really like Willie said. He said he feels like they don't hit. It's fucking straight up fact. I mean, like it's an absolute miracle what has happened. What this team has been able to do. You know what I mean?
Smoke and mirrors with a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I feel like Gabe's giving away games too.
Well, listen, Strubal's a good trade to me. To get a vet bat in the lineup.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about we needed an upgraded shortstop. I'm happy there. Now,
Dude's
Ralphie
got 17 bombs. We need to lose the ball more.
Now, Ralphie, and we do lose the ball semi-well. We started to because we have guys.
Just in the last
2 weeks. I understand that, but we have a lot of guys that are 17 or higher. We have like 4 or 5 guys that have 17 homers or higher. Now you added Struble to that. Make sense? So now you have like 4 or 5 guys with 17 or more.
There's guys with 30s.
No, I understand it. We don't have enough, but that ties into what Ralphie said. Do you trade for Bryce Harper?
Yeah, but they're not going to trade him to us.
No, I don't think so either. But obviously, do you kick the tires on that one?
I don't think that they think they're out of it yet either.
Well, Mike Parker's saying the same thing. Bryce is on the market. Let's go.
I don't think us and Atlanta are running hiding from anybody.
No.
So. But
they are. We know they are. You know what I mean? But you're in that room and you feel like, hey, on paper we were so damn talented. What the hell? Is it ever going to happen? But it's just, it's just one of those years. You get to August and it's just like,
listen, I don't think it's there. I'd trade for Harper in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But are we going to get some sort of guarantee that he's going to sign? It's the same thing with Machado, though. Like he's.
Well, if you're planning on backing the Brinks up at the end of the year anyway, well, if you,
but
you feel like you're
do the same thing, right?
They're hoping
going to try to keep him.
They're hoping they can re-sign him.
Yeah.
If they trade him, then the
they're
place is
not
going to go nuts.
Yeah.
Like if somebody walks out the door on their own, then there's nothing you can do. Like, hey, listen, we put our best foot forward.
Let's be real.
Like Pujols back in the day.
Let's be real. If they trade him, he's not signing back, though.
You know what I mean? Cardinals offered him $200
million.
No,
he's not.
Can we agree on that, though?
No, that's what we're saying.
If they trade him to us, you could take Washington off the table as a re-sign.
Oh yeah.
He's not going to go back.
So now you put the big 4 or 5 back into the conversation. All of them. You know what they are. We know who they are.
Yeah.
I think he already knows he's not going back. That's why he was pushing for them to get Real Muto to make a run. Yeah. And he was just throwing Waiters under the bus. Now, granted, Matt Waiters deserves to be under a bus because he stinks. Fucking flat out stinks. Shouldn't be in the league anymore.
Yeah,
absolute stinks.
Back it
okay.
Up.
Now, granted, Bryce got the power numbers, but you're not really having a very good year to be throwing people under the bus. But he's right. If they're real about making a run, why would you not go get Real Muto? He's the best catcher in baseball, in my opinion. So I don't know. I don't see them. I don't think they're going to trade Harper. To answer that question, I just don't think they are.
Chrome saying, greetings from Florida, fellas. I was shocked to see the alert pop up
Cromer.
for your show late on a Monday night. All caps, yes. They can win a playoff series. Fuck John, who's that, Moslyak? Oh, well, the Yankees trading for Lance Lynn. Have a great show. Yep,
Johnny
the Yankees, they go get Lance Lynn tonight.
Yeah, Clark Griswold's going away again, so we had to slide one in.
He'll probably throw well. He'll probably throw well for him.
Yeah. With that lineup, you can give up 5, you would think, with that lineup. So
I won money in DraftKings because I said, you know what, Evaldi and Hap starting the other day for their first team of their teams, and I'm like, you know what, throw them for the Red Sox, throw them for the Yankees. I bet you they both go out and throw well.
Yeah.
both scores.
No, he's definitely
Throw
dog shit.
debuts.
I never
Lance
hated
Lynn
him. I
stinks.
never hated him as much
But-
as the Chrome Daddy did. But he's definitely been horseshit for the Twins. So I mean, but like once again, new environment, pennant race. He'll be decent for them. I mean,
It's how shit works for them.
Park, man.
For those crumb teams,
Yeah.
shit just works. They throw shit at a wall and it sticks. Us, it never sticks.
yeah.
Mike Parker, Phillies can win a playoff series as
Eagles
is,
next year.
but I don't expect them to go. So what are you saying, Parker? You don't expect them to make the playoffs? Is that what you're saying? Because you're saying
I believe that's what he's saying.
All right. Michael DeAndre, where's Ruben when you need him? Jeez. Love it. No, he says, Mike Parker says go far. I don't think they can go far, is what he's saying. I think they can win a playoff series, but he doesn't think they can go far.
Well, that is going far.
Eric Bastian, 1 run in 22 innings. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Not hitting the ball enough.
We don't score runs.
Not
that's
at
just
all.
fact.
Bottom line.
Like, everyone in the league's like, you're looking at Cincinnati. Everyone's like, we lose to a bad Cincinnati team. Yeah, Cincinnati's not good because teams crush the ball against them. Cincinnati can hit the fucking baseball.
Oh, they absolutely can.
Cincinnati's got 4 guys on their team that might better hit than and we have anybody on our team that's a better hitter. So, like, you got to score runs against that team, especially Great American Ballpark. Fuck. Thursday we hit 7 homers and then we don't show up for 3 more games. Like that's unacceptable. You got to have at least. I understand it's on the road, but it's against a bad team. You got to split. You got to split that series.
For sure, no, absolutely.
Sean
we
Spielman
got
chiming in.
We got tough shit
Yeah.
coming up, man.
Yeah.
Boston, we got Boston again. We got some tough stuff.
Boston, Miami, D-backs, and
D-backs
Padres.
are coming in there.
Yeah, and I'll be out there for the D-backs and the Padres, so hopefully a little magic.
6 game.
Hopefully I bring a
Swing.
couple dubs.
You going W Coast out there?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Little roadie. Sean Spielman, it's obvious Phillies brass are like the Eagles brass. Don't you start.
Spell.
First time pop cherry. You got to spin it. I mean, hey, you got to spin it. We can't just have a family conversation with you right now, and you got to start taking jabs. All right? We'll see. We'll see in September, Daddy. He said they don't want to blow their load. They're laying back, enjoying the first time getting laid. Listen, I mean, I like the Cabrera. Things didn't work out with Machado, obviously, to get that deal done. But there's other guys. Like we talk about Archer. We talk about the other, the lefty over there, Snell, for the same team. There's options that, okay, maybe there's not another bat we can go get right now, but there's other legit top-of-the-line starters that you can control and go get for the right price. They're out there. If you want a guy, you can get a guy. It's that simple in my eyes. If you really want a guy, you can always give up enough to go get a guy.
Think they're going to trade Blake Snell.
Maybe not Snell, but Archer's already been talked about. They already receiving calls.
Listen, you can definitely go get Chris Archer. Yeah. If you call them about 6, though, they're not going to do that. But if you did that, you get Chris Archer. I mean,
it's a done deal.
You just get him.
It's not a question. That's a terrible throw. It's not. That was so. Oh, this game's over. This one's a wrap, boys. Soon.
Probably next pitch.
Well, nobody had need a punchy here.
Jeff wanted to know, Galise, talking about the Jays.
Of course.
What he comes in with.
Galici.
Gina Rambo. Yo, let's go. What's up, Gina?
Monster jump.
Great jump.
How far? No chance.
Chrissy
That
saying,
was nasty.
Chrissy
That
saying
don't
late
matter
night show. Yes, it is.
This
Then
is
your
our
lady
old.
chimes in
This is
saying,
our old element.
Late night show.
This is our old
My
element.
wife, nowhere to be found. Unbelievable.
What's that?
Chris Estrite, fellas. Estrite in the house. What up, Chris?
What up?
What else we got? We got tons of Jeffs saying yos. We got tons on the tube. Obviously, big dog. You can jump into the tube. I know Deems is chiming in.
Oh, I need a punchy here.
Andrew Burke. What's up, Andrew? He said they needed Manny. Quintac is a flunky. Well, right, listen, I wanted Manny too. I would have given up a lot to get him. We didn't get him. You still have an option in the all season to get him, but there's still, like I said, there's still guys out there that make this team better and more, put more control on this division. There's options that aren't your, let's say, stars of baseball. Make sense? Like them guys don't necessarily. That's a huge strike.
It's a big punchy.
Them guys necessarily don't win it all for you. It's a lot of times it's the little moves. Like I'm saying, like a Cabrera, and then you go get an arm essentially similar to that. Similar to that can get you over the top. Not over the top. Not to win a World Series, but we're talking about winning a series, right?
I think so.
We're not at the. We're not talking about winning the whole thing. To the poll question, we're talking about what can get us to win a series essentially, and you need at least another number 3-2 arm. You just do. Because if you're not going to hit enough, and you're not going to get another bat, and you're not going to hit enough, you better be able. That's it.
That's ball game.
That's a wrap. Walk-off double.
Another one we should have won. That's upsetting. So,
and I even say more we should have won it just because when you give up one run, regardless if it was earned or unearned, you need to score more runs. You're not facing Nolan Ryan tonight. Okay, you got your ace on the mound. You're facing David Price.
David Price is a pretty good pitcher.
Yeah, pretty good pitcher, but listen, I need more than one. It's pretty consistent when Nolan's on the mound. This is usually what they give him.
Well, he throws,
you know what I mean?
He
give
throws
him
the
two.
zero out there if our center fielder can play center field.
I understand that, Well, so I'm not disagreeing with that.
He's-
Now he can't play
he's-
center field because he misjudged
He's
one line
the
drive
worst
at him.
metric center fielder in baseball this year.
All right.
Do you know that?
Now you're Mr. Metric because you
I'm just
fucking
letting-
hate
I'm letting you
metrics,
know.
and now you're Mr. Analytic.
know.
And I'll let you
I
know
like it for
something.
fielding.
You're
I like
fucking
it for
analytics
fielding-wise.
bullshit. It's
I
bullshit.
like it fielding-wise.
It's bullshit. It's lies.
I don't
okay?
like- I don't
Now,
like
Mr.
analytics at all.
Kapler. Hey, I got Kapler over here. Live look on the casting couch. Coconut oil and all.
Ain't no
Scumbag.
Kapler.
You're
Ain't
gonna
no
start. You're gonna
Kapler
start
over here.
fucking. You're gonna start jumping now. This is who you're gonna be.
I'm not jumping.
Don't you
anything.
start jumping. Flip flop.
you
Uncle
think
flip flop.
It's
You think
actually
he's
second.
making it up?
He's actually second worst.
What?
The
I
worst
said,
is
you
Charlie
think he's
away.
making it up?
Charlie Blackman.
Charlie Blackman's worst rated center fielder.
Well,
in
won't you take
baseball.
both their bats?
Second worst. Is
I take both their bats, and I can.
Charlie Blackman's got a way better bat than Odubel.
No, he has definitely a better bat than Odubel. Nobody's going to lie there, but Odubel's got a really good bat. Really good on base
You
percentage.
called him MVP May 15th.
Well, at the time he was. At the time he was.
And I think I told you be below 300 by the All-Star break.
Okay, and you're fucking Mr. Genius because
It's
you
below 280.
Okay, the guy drives. The guy's going to fucking end up with over 25
He
doubles.
fucking stinks.
Okay, now he stinks. You're a
He
fucking
does
idiot.
stink. I don't care
You're
what
so
anyone says.
stupid. Now he
I'm
stinks.
not stupid. He stinks.
You just start hating this to hate at times, and you have no
I don't
backing
hate
to
just
hate.
to hate. There's plenty of backing.
You want to
Watch
hate somebody?
A fucking game.
Hey,
Watch
Mr.
a
Launch
game.
Angle.
Watch
Okay.
a game.
Okay. Hate your
We're-
love affair.
if
Hate
you
your
can't-
love
if
affair.
you can't-
Hate your love
if
affair.
you can't make
After
it
your
out,
love affair.
if you
Your
can't
love
make
affair
it out,
stinks.
what
Your
stinks?
love affair
With
stinks. Kingery, you were blowing him so hard. And Mr.
I like
Launch
Scott.
Angle. Oh, he's popped up 100 baseballs in freaking 20 games. All right? He hasn't squared a ball up in 2
He's
months.
young.
And now he's young. So is Odubel. He's 26, genius. So you want to go young? He's only 2 years younger than him, Mr. Youngness. So grow up.
2 years ago, Odubel was worse than the Kingery is now.
That's ridiculous because his bat was way better. So you can't even make.
That was not way better.
Yes, it was. He's batting 240.
I don't care what he's
Or
batting.
230.
I don't care he's batting 240.
Dude, he pops everything up. His swing looks terrible, and you're still gonna.
His
And now
swing-
you're gonna make
his swing
excuses.
looks slow.
And now you're gonna make excuses.
Scott hasn't had a good year.
Okay.
I'm not making excuses.
Okay. Well, Dubel's had a pretty good year. So what's the argument?
Well, has he had a good year? Second worst
Dude,
rated center fielder in
dude,
baseball.
you-
I just told you that.
You can't say a guy who doesn't stink stinks. It just makes your whole argument flawed.
he does stink,
No,
though.
it doesn't. He doesn't stink. Did you know what stink is? I can find you a lot of stink around Major League Baseball. That's not a stink guy. You freaking
I
jackass.
don't know about all that.
There's tons of smelly stinking shit
talking-
in baseball, and he's not one of them.
Stinks.
You talking?
And when he missed it, I knew it was going to be a long night. I said, fucking God, we're going on Monday. I'm going to cancel the show. I said, come on, dude. What are you doing? I need you to catch that ball right now, please, because now I got to deal with this all night. Because we're not going to score. We're going to lose 2-1. I smelled the whole thing coming. So, fucking life hates me.
You talking? Steve Jelt stinks.
Dickie Thon stinks. F teams, what up, teams? TTP balling in the house
What up,
over on the
boy?
tube. Me of everything. Kingery sucks. Right now he does. I like Scotty. I don't hate Scotty at all.
He doesn't suck.
Right now
he
he
does
does.
suck at the plate currently.
Yeah. Well, guess he's not an everyday shortstop. Let's be
No,
real.
he's not. But he's played well in the infield for.
He hasn't played bad.
for
Listen,
jumping
I'll
around.
give him credit for one thing. He's definitely got better at shortstop.
Oh, he's played well in the infield.
Now, I just don't think he can get to a lot of stuff other guys can get to. Make sense? You know what I mean?
But no one on our team has played well defensively, though. Yeah. I think he's actually been played pretty well when he's played short.
Well, you know what really hurts your whole defensive alignment, and it starts in the outfield, is you got your first baseman in left field. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help you in any way. It doesn't help you in any way. To me, I don't mind Carlos at all. I like the vet, but that's an unneeded signing. That's just an unneeded signing.
You liked it. Now you don't like it.
No, I'm just saying because if you look at your defense in the outfield to go to his argument that we haven't played well defensively, there was other options to go with, and you could have went out and signed an outfielder or went a different direction.
If your center fielder can read a ball, then your left fielder gets hidden.
Oh my God, dude! Now he gets hidden. You can't hide a guy.
Listen,
you
Reed's
can't
not
hide a guy running a nine.
Reed's not a very good fielder, but Reed's our best hitter. Yeah. So
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. You could have left him in his natural position. You could have used the money elsewhere. I'm just playing a Monday morning quarterback to the whole thing on what you could have went in a different direction. I like the signing because of the veteran bat and to help these kids. I absolutely love it because he's a pro, right? But I'm just saying
I like
you could have
Carlos.
maybe went a different direction.
Carlos is not having a
hindsight being
great
2020.
year. I know that.
Right? Hindsight
only
being 2020. I could have spent that money elsewhere.
And he might have helped the only other hitter that the Phillies have
Franco.
right now. I mean,
that's what makes the money
last
worth it.
month and a half.
But you guys know what I'm saying. You could have just left Reese at first base. You have Now, I'm not saying Roman Quinn. I like to bring up a Roman Quinn because he brings some speed defensively. 7th, 8th inning, you got a lead. You can put him out there. So,
we're in August, not in January, though. So now let's just talk about where you want. I mean, you talk about anything. I'm just saying.
Would I like to go get another vet bat for the outfield? Absolutely.
How you want to fix
it?
How would you want to go forward now? Like, how would you want to proceed now?
I just go get Archer, and I just can't worry about my lineup anymore. I just got to go down.
Who are we trading for Archer?
Well, obviously Sixto's in the deal.
You really?
I'm putting the same package I was putting for Manny because I own the guy. I own the guy to 2021. I'll give you almost the same package because of the ownership. Manny's different.
I don't think you have to give 6, though. I think get him.
Maybe you don't. Maybe you can just give Medina. I agree with you. Maybe, but it's one of the two. We can agree there. You're not getting him without one of the two.
I'd like to. To me, I would love to somehow.
I mean, I'm not crowning Chris Archer as Nolan Ryan either, but if you're trying to win and you're trying to win,
Hazley, and I'd like to keep Sixto.
I would like to keep Moniak too because Moniak's hitting as well now.
I'll trade Moniak.
No, I will too. But
I think Hazley's got a higher ceiling.
Well, you got to remember something, dude. I agree with you, but he's when you play college baseball. When you play college baseball at a high level, you're already advanced over the high school guy.
No.
So you already got a little head start.
He's older than Moniak.
But Moniak's starting to hit though.
Yeah,
but I would trade him because whatever. I have tons of outfielders.
Where's he gonna play exactly?
I missed it until right now. Wow.
But you see how it just kept going now in a way. Like you got to read that better. You got to read it better, dude. I'm not making an excuse. You got to read it better. That thing just kept slicing and going on him. Like I felt like he thought that was right at him off the bat. It's a bad read, dude. I mean, it happens. I can't have it happen. I don't like it happening. Nobody's making excuses.
It can't happen.
It can't happen in big games.
Fenway with Noel on the mound when we're winning 1-0.
And you can't score one run with Noel on the mound in Fenway. And
we've been doing that all year.
I understand that. But you're lucky. You still got to lead in the division. You still control your own destiny. You need to go get.
Look how disgusting that's are. But he's going nowhere because I actually thought it might have been 7 or 8.
No, it's
5
5
going nowhere.
Yeah, he's not. They're not trading.
Yo, Andrew Burke, great comment. He said Sixto better win at least 5 Cy Young awards.
He's cost a lot of trades.
Archer ain't winning 5 Cy Young awards, so
he's been pulled out of.
No, he's saying because of the Manny, because you're like, you pull him out of all these deals, and he's like untouchable.
Trade him for Manny, and Manny doesn't sign here. We look like a fucking we're run by fucking retards.
Mike Parker says Chase is up. Everybody, shut up. Oh man, what's Sean Spielman? Chris. I
do like Chris Archer though, and guess what? I mean, his numbers haven't been great the last couple of years. He's been banged up, and his numbers haven't been as good as they were, say, 4 or 5 years ago. But he pitches in the toughest division to pitch in baseball.
Who, Arch?
Every year.
Yeah. And he doesn't have here's a good one. Chris Kelly. What up, Chris? Would you trade Kingery for Archer? Would you put Scott in the deal? Because that's a great contract for them.
I only traded straight up. That's the only way I make it.
I agree with you because you own him forever. You know what I mean? That's a great
if
deal for Tampa.
Straight up with us giving nothing else, then I would accept it. Yeah, and I like Scott.
James, our Canadian.
But I always go for now. I want to win now.
Yeah.
I don't like. Remember, we always laugh about the Washington Nationals sitting Strasburg when they made the playoffs, and they haven't.
It's never been the same since.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna be back. Are you? We're waiting on it, buddy.
Yeah.
They're still not
waiting.
Back. Might never
still
be back.
Waiting.
Yeah.
James Wilder.
You would like to have something else up your sleeve though, because you would do that in a heartbeat. Having said that they're not hitting, so you say to yourself, we're getting a pitcher, we're giving up a hitter, like he's not really done anything offensive. We know that. So, where you can get in their lives, or considering him, he's the guy's turned his career around. It's been a couple months. Let's pump the brakes of Crum.
He stinks, but he's been swinging well for a month.
You have his Drubal. Obviously, played short, but then you're also going to get Crawford back to be able to give him a day or two here and there. You know what I mean? Down the stretch if you stop. So, you know what I mean? Don't worry about. I only have a 38-year-old as Drubal Cabrera. You still have options there defensively on nights or whatever. So it's just not. You're not done with your shortstop position.
Yeah, I mean, then you can. There's all kinds of platoons you can keep doing. You know what I mean? If you got a chance to pull,
you give guys different days off.
You can all
pop guys around.
And listen, I mean, he's not the answer, so don't be throwing darts at me. But Trevor Plouffe wasn't bad when he was with the Twins. You know what I mean? So, like I said, he's not. He's not the answer. But if the guy gets a chance to play more than maybe once a week, he's got a little pop in his bat. You know what I mean?
He does have a little pop.
He's not gonna be facing Kiki Hernandez every night, but the dude's got a little bit of thunder, and he had. Couple major league seasons, with the Twins. Nothing.
Kiki loved him with a BP fastball. I think it's bunk.
Pop Montanez, his team has overachieved. What up, Pop? Has overachieved so far this season, but I don't see why we won't be in it until the end. Eflin should have been traded for a bat when we had the chance.
What up, Pop?
What up, Pop?
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop.
Shawnee Spielman. Wilson, did my Caporagram show up bathing himself in coconut oil for your birthday with a sign on his chest? I will win a World Series. be a great little gram send. You're like fucking Derek Jeter, babe.
It's a terrible
You're
gram.
sending grams like that. I mean, that's Jeter grams.
It is a terrible gram.
That's a terrible gram.
Frank Vespi.
You've been in an issue lately.
It would depend on who we face in the playoffs. Unfortunately, I have to lean the no for the poll question. So you got like almost a split here on yeses and nos for the poll.
But
so it's
let's look
interesting.
at it. We're saying, okay, we're going to play the Cubs
Yep.
or the Dodgers
Not good.
Brewers.
or the Brewers or Arizona.
Yeah.
And I don't think that we can beat any of them in a series.
Now you add Archer. Do you
Sorry,
think you
I
can?
just don't think we can.
Do you add Archer? Do you think you can? I'm just saying, does it change it?
Yes, maybe, because then you just go Nola, Arrieta, Archer. Let's go.
Let's go. And I think that can put you in the conversation of being able to beat them. I really do.
What if it's a
maybe.
Chris Bryant-less Cubs? Does that change anything?
Is he out for the rest of the year?
He's not out for the rest of the year, but he's having problems with that shoulder. He's been on and off
Don't
the DL.
scare me. I got him in too many fantasy leagues.
I know. I hear you. So do I. That's why I'm
problem.
familiar with the
Why? I'm
situation.
not a
It's not-
Cubs
it's not
fan.
But I'm
bigger
just
than that.
saying, I mean, the
It's
Cubs
bigger than
doesn't
you,
see
babe. It's not about
even though
you.
they have the
Cubs-
best record,
They
they haven't been firing on all cylinders.
Their rotation is gross. So, like in a bad way. Yeah, take a look at it. If you add you to it, I mean, I'm not without you.
Right.
I mean, you're talking about Hamels. Come on, let's go. Let's take out not you, but take out your homerism and your love for Cole. Cole stinks.
Right.
You understand? Like he's
let him
a
way
guy.
too
He's not
many
the guy
homers
anymore.
this
Yeah,
year.
he's not the guy anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Mike Montgomery's in that. He's like their fifth guy. I mean, come on, dude.
Howard Chatwood.
Fuck, give me a bat right now.
Jose Quintana.
Yeah, fight at the bat rack. I can't get to the bat rack quick enough. I'm turning both ankles to face that fucking team.
you saying
Kyle
Montgomery's
Hendricks, no.
good?
Kyle Hendricks settled in good last night, huh?
You're saying Montgomery's
No,
good?
no, no.
Oh,
They're all
okay.
good.
He's saying
I'm
it's all
saying the
trash.
Cubs stink.
Yeah,
He's saying it's all trash. But guess what? Guess what?
Yeah, but guess what? John
They find a
Lester.
way.
John
Yes,
Lester.
yes.
John Lester doesn't let up runs in the playoffs.
Never.
So
And I would assume
never
neither was
has
Nola.
his entire career.
And I would assume that very surely either were Aaron Nola. That's just the vibe I have of this kid, man. I mean, he's special. He really is. We should be excited to have him. We have a legit ace.
Yeah, I want to see him do it first in the playoffs.
No,
But yeah.
I'm joking a little bit, dude. But
I know, but
what I'm saying
I
right
like it.
now,
We have an ace.
right now, he's the top 5 arm in baseball
Clayton
because he's
had-
an NL Cy
Clayton
Young.
had trouble for years.
Yeah,
Clayton had trouble for years. So.
But he's an NL Cy Young candidate right now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He is, and it's just
No,
crazy.
he absolutely
It's
is.
crazy because that little stretch last year we talked about, man. If you can keep that stretch up into this year, this team could be good. We talked about it. This team could be good because you have an ace. You got to have a guy to end droughts, losing streaks, which you hope tonight, and he gave you that effort to be able to end. I mean, that's why you need aces. Now, the only way this team's going to win in the playoffs is by out pitching you and shutting bats down, and it's close to being able to do it. It just needs one more arm. One more arm says, okay, we can go against the Dodgers or Cubs, lineup because we're deep. We're 1 through 3 deep, and we'll be able to shut you down and keep games close and hopefully get a timely hit or two.
Well, then
That's what you
you
got to
kinda-
hope.
you
That's your only
kinda-
shot.
You kind of add an arm in the bullpen then because you figure you throw Pivetta in the pen if you get another guy. And Pivetta can pump at 97, 98.
can, and
so you bring him in for a guy? I mean, I'm okay.
Hey, Wilt, when you get into the pen and you're throwing an inning or two, you might even be able to throw 99, 100. You know what I mean? Because now you're just letting it all fly.
Yeah.
You just feel like, I mean, with the fact that that they're not, full of boppers, they just don't do anything. Like, and that's what makes you sick. You know what I mean? Like, I know, people love them and hate them, and that's fine. I'm not going to get into that, but like, do something. Like, stop. It runs rampant through Major League Baseball. It's not just Kapler. You know what I mean? Like, they all want to sit on their hands and wait for a walk, a bloop, and a bomb, and it's just like you got to create some pressure, especially when you're not hitting. You know what I mean? When you're not.
Almost got thrown
when
out
you're
of the
Listen,
not
can I
ballpark.
just- can I just make a point to your
Almost
point?
got thrown out of the ballpark
And I'm not.
last Tuesday.
I'm just making a point to your point because it's so important. We were.
Start a guy.
Real quick, we were
yeah.
like 1-1,
Open up a hole.
we were
Hit
1-1.
run.
We were
When's the
1.
last time the team's hit
We were
run?
1-1 in the tournament going in this Saturday, right? And game 2 we didn't hit. Game 1 we did, right? So game 2, it's like, you know what? I see we can run on this guy, so we're gonna guys got on base, so it's like, all right, we're gonna move some bags, do some hit and runs, and we did a hit and run. And just to make a point, we did a hit and run with a lefty up. Obviously, shortstop's going to cover the bag, right? So what does he do? He pops a little blooper up that's a can of corn if you don't move anybody. right? If you just stay status quo and whatever, and we're not going to play small ball ever, where you move a guy, boom, you get a hit. Now you got first and second. And them kind of hits like that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen.
You better cut that guy that was running. It's supposed to be first and third.
Absolutely. First.
Oh yeah, well nobody said the guy was fast. But you just try to create something to find the hole, to open something up, okay? And the way it was hit, it was still almost caught, which was ridiculous by the left fielder. But my point is, it's like right to his point. Like you got to do some things. When it seems stagnant, he just says, you know what? This isn't the 2008 Phillies, babe. You can't wait for the salami. You can't wait for the 3-run homer. You can't wait for the crooked inning. Sometimes you got to create your own crooked inning. Now. Now you still Roman Quinn tonight. You still Roman Quinn tonight 1-0. You still Roman Quinn 1-0. What? Are you kidding me? What do you think's coming? What do you think's coming? It's heat down the pipe. You got a guy on first and extras.
That's probably on Roman Quinn, I would assume.
Not on a young kid. No shot. No shot. He's got green.
Like to run one every time.
I mean, he's a pop, but he might have a green light.
Just coming up, I don't feel like he has one. Just coming up, I just can't see it. Maybe he does. Yeah. But either way,
I'm fine with blaming Gabe. I'm just saying.
I would say most guys have green lights, right? I would say the most
guys
speed guys.
Yeah. Have green lights.
Yeah. But my point is that you're not going 1-0 in that situation. You're just
I wouldn't know.
It's just common sense.
You go first pitch or third pitch.
Those guys like that have a green light, and you take it off depending on the situation. If you don't trust them enough,
Kyle Meager's trying to say Boston's overrated. Listen, you'll get rolled by them in the playoffs.
Yeah, Boston's really overrated.
Really overrated. Best team in baseball.
What are they, 41 games over? They stink. Terrible. They're awful. I don't know how they're getting done. Smoke and mirrors. I don't know what they're doing over there. Alex Cora.
Yeah, Mookie Betts isn't any good, right?
A lot of David
Mookie's average.
JD Martinez stinks. Benintendi, terrible.
A lot of sleight of hand tricks in Boston.
A lot of terrible guys over there. Xander Bogaerts awful.
Me of everything on YouTube. Jim Salisbury reported earlier
that
the Phillies have zero interest in adding a starter. They want another bat. So according to Jim Salisbury,
well then go get another fucking
they
bat.
Have no interest in a starter. Which hey, Matt Quintak, do me a favor, load it up. And just let it fly, babe. Because what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? You have no interest in a starter. How do you have no interest in a starter? How do you have no interest in a starter? You got a bunch of pups at the end of your rotation. Your third pitcher is hit or miss. Whoever your third guy is different guys.
Like it's because these guys that love Kapler, they just because Kapler he's the constant. You're doing great, buddy. Buddy, you're doing so well.
Open hand.
Have you seen yourself? Have you seen how good you're doing? You're doing so well.
Tuck rule.
You're doing such a good job. Yeah, that's what he is. At some every once in a while, you need to get past that. Yeah. Fucking get on.
If it's a retread, a run-of-the-mill guy, then you don't need to waste it.
How about today? How about today with the fucking bunt off the leg?
That's all.
Get thrown out of the fucking game right there.
Yep.
That's a foul ball.
And you don't go ask for help. I'm getting tossed a couple times.
Why the fuck are we not getting thrown out of the game right there? Fucking spark something up, Gabe. Let's get some fucking emotion going. That's what drives me crazy. There's no emotion from the guy. No, but he's your best friend. Oh, did you see you almost had the barrel accuracy on that? Oh, Jesus. Barrel accuracy doesn't exist. All right? Just fucking get a clue one time.
Child, please.
When fucking Carlos Santana leads off last Tuesday, 9th inning, with a double, and then we don't fucking bunt, I'm losing my mind. And then he's pitching fucking McHale outside. Take a ball to right field one time. Hit a ground ball to second base. You get the job done. I was going to get thrown out of the fucking stadium. Fucking Christ.
Sir, you got to leave.
I fucking hate him. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. Is he motivating the guys well? And apparently they're responding to the pats on the back and the fucking cock rubs that he's given. But, I mean, at the end of the day, the dude can't situationally coach, and that's why we won't win the fucking playoffs. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not sorry.
Have a dinner.
Listen, there's that well dries up. That's good in the beginning. All right, because
the best friend
drives up. That drives up. And that's what happened with Matheny. Matheny was fucking sending out text messages to his guys about the next day's lineup. Like, what are you, fucking 3 years old? Like, you fucking show up at the park and look at the fucking lineup. Get the fuck out. Text messages. That's why fucking Fowler, him and Fowler were butting heads, besides the fact that Fowler sucked. But, the night before, now the guy comes to the ballpark, fucking like somebody pissed in his Cheerios. Fuck you. Wait till you look at it first. Or I'll put it up after BP. Let me see how your BP goes or whatever. Just just stupid shit like that. That's the generation we live in now. You know what I mean? These guys want to be coddled and shit. You know what I mean? Like
A lot
you're
of
not
coddling.
supposed to be your best.
Of coddling.
You're not supposed to be their best friend. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be. Too many of these guys want to be. Want to be liked instead of being respected.
Jim Leland will put a cigarette on your fucking forehead. You don't move that guy over there,
I don't give a
Franco.
fuck if you hate me or not, but you'll respect me.
Yeah, I
Shit.
completely agree with you guys. And I said that on Wednesday. The one thing that I give him credit for is delivering confidence and putting confidence in these young players. That's the only thing that I can say. You know what? You've done a good job of that because obviously you won more than anybody expected. Essentially, you know what I mean. You're in first place, so you had to do something. You have to look and say, okay, what has he done well? That's about it. But you're right. Everything else, and I mean, we got people chiming in who said that Andrew Brooks said Kapler's way over his head. He is, and in-game adjustments, and like you said, as soon as that hits Hernandez's leg, and you're not going to go ask for help, everything's getting tossed.
getting thrown out. Yeah,
I mean, listen, I might burn Fenway to the ground. I might literally, I ain't leaving. I'm not leaving this field until somebody fucking goes and talks to somebody and gives me a better answer. Because now you're a hero. Now it's about you. It's about you. Oh, I'll burn a bitch.
They need the Tea Party was banned. Everything's going in the water.
This is unbelievable. Listen, it was so ridiculous. He goes and talks to him, and he doesn't go in for help. And listen, he just walks back to the dugout, and I'm saying, where's he going? You're not gonna freak out a little bit? No. Beg for a little bit?
It's like I said, they pretty much 95% of them do the same thing because with instant replay or whatever, not saying that was reviewable, just saying like they feel like they were told like, if you argue, balls and strikes or something that's already reviewed, like, you're going to get tossed. No shit. That's what I want.
I want you to get thrown out of the fucking game.
That's what I want.
Pump some guys up, man.
Like I'm talking about a young level. Like I got thrown out in Georgia for something stupid. I didn't say nothing, but the point is, it created some fire after I got tossed for nothing. Then you go win 3 games in a row. You're 0-4, and then you get tossed. You light some fire. It works at every level.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If your team has any bit of toughness, it's going to work. Now, if your team's not tough and they're soft, then guess what? You getting tossed isn't going to change shit. This is a tough team.
The playoffs anyway.
This is a tough team, obviously. For a young team to be in the position they're in, they're obviously tough. Stop shouting it.
Bobby
25.
Bobby Cox is the all-time leader. I mean, that's why he was able to wear spikes in the dugout. You know what I mean? Like if you don't get run and fight for your team, guys are gonna laugh you right out of fucking baseball. Guy fucking wore metal cleats in the dugout. Fucking Bobby.
Just clicking around. Click. Is Bobby fucking tap dancing over there? Jesus Christ. Gregory Hines is in the fucking dugout for the Braves.
Who's 20-10? Greg says he's 20-10. Mike Parker says getting ejected is a lost art. Completely agree, brother.
Absolutely.
Spidey, no doubt.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Greg, you love
every
Greg.
once in a while you gotta shoot a hostage. I'm sorry. You just have to. Yeah. That's how you get some respect around here.
And Mike Parker says the Red Sox got Kinsler. Did that just happen?
Sounds about right.
Wow.
Sounds like a move.
Hey, Kyle.
Right.
Hey, Kyle. Enjoy the yell, babe. Enjoy the yell, because if you see the Red Sox in the postseason, I don't care what you've done to them in the regular season. When you see them in the postseason and you got to see Sale, enjoy the L's, babe, because they're coming. They're coming hard for you Yankees crumbs. I can't wait.
First off,
I can't wait.
Big 4-game series this weekend, I believe.
And listen, I'll put money on that the Red Sox take 3 or 4, babe. Come see me. Because we already got a bet that the Yankees aren't going to the World Series. That's a $500 bet, which is going to be an L for you, that they don't win it. They got to win it. You ain't winning it, babe. You might get there. You ain't winning it.
Let's be real. Read that at the podium.
Teams, I like
the podium.
Teams,
the winner is
I like this.
The Boston Red Sox.
I like this. On YouTube.
And that's not a Steve Harvey one. That's a legit one.
F Deems coming in on YouTube. He said the reason why guys are respected is balance. You got to know your guys. Some players are military brats. Others aren't. Popovich is great because he yells at guys who can take it and talks to others who can't. That's very true.
Different strokes for different folks.
You got to know your guys. Got to know your guys.
Yeah. And then when they don't like it, then they fake a quad injury and they opt out of town. You know what I mean? So you know what you're dealing with. Yeah. Absolutely.
Kyle, you guys are not trading for Harper, so just put the pipe down, babe. There ain't a shot in hell that you're getting Harper right now.
I mean, Yankees could get him, but they're going to give up a ton.
They ain't getting him. You can write it down right now. They might get him in the offseason. They ain't getting him right now.
I don't think they're getting him in the offseason.
Oh, Chris Ashray said Greg was talking about Dougie P's 20-10. Dougie P, the difference between Dougie, because Pop was saying, like, well, give Gabe a chance because Dougie dealt with the same stuff. Doug was aggressive early on. Doug was setting the culture. It wasn't about Doug can't coach. I don't think we sat around and we were like, man, 1 year in, Doug can't coach or he's in over his head. I just thought he was real aggressive early on. He was setting a tone.
Yeah, they're like 3 plays away from being 10-6 his first year.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Instead of 7-9.
And guess what?
Riverboat Gambler, 3 plays go the right way.
And guess what? Also, I think
And
the
that
only,
Riverboat Gambler got you Super Bowl win, essentially.
the only game I've
Bro, first off, pump the fucking brakes because I'm far from delusional. Because I forgot more sports than half the guys out there, okay? So don't tell me I'm delusional. Okay, the Yankees are a good baseball team. They're not better than the Red Sox. They're just not. Okay, I forgot more baseball than you'll ever know. You're being so fucking biased right now. It's disgusting that you think that they're not good. You said they're overrated. Overrated makes you not even watch baseball. You haven't watched a Red Sox game all year unless they play the Yankees, and you probably didn't even watch that. All right, that's some real talk. Because obviously you have no clue if you're telling me the Boston Red Sox are overrated. Take hate out of it, babe, because hate makes you biased, and hate makes you not know sports. The second you bring hate into a sports conversation, you lose all respect. Okay? It's like me saying when the Cowboys were good, I sat on this couch and said it's the best O-line in football, and they'll dominate your fucking face. And Robbie listened to it. I hated saying it, but sometimes you got to be real. You can't be a fraud and hide behind hatred, babe. The Red Sox are the best team in baseball, and it ain't even close. It's not even close. And see me. Please at me.
Actually, it is close, but it's with Houston.
Yeah. Sorry. And I forget about Houston because of the AL East sometimes. But, yes, it's very close. Houston's better than the Yankees. So, I mean, where do the Yankees fit in?
Houston's definitely better than the Yankees.
Come on, babe.
You realize if you
we'll own your ass right now.
You realize if you see Houston in the series that you got to see Cole, Justin, probably Dallas, maybe Charlie. Like what?
Bye, girl.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Bye, girl. Enjoy the exit. Just like last year. Enjoy the exit. Bye, Felicia. And that's what's going to go on the Yankees fans. And I love it. I love watching you spend a ton of dough, make a ton of deals, and go get mid-level arms that you can sit on your knees and blow J.A. Happ and blow Lance Lynn and act like you just struck gold, babe. Calm down while the Red Sox are going out and getting another bat in Kinsler. So, I mean, you can sit around and blow the J.A. Happs of the world and the Lance Lynns. That's not getting you over the top.
I mean, that's their spot of weakness, though, too, with the Red Sox. Like, you figure second baseman for them is usually what? Eduardo Nunez or Brock Holt. Yeah. Kinsler's an upgrade.
I love it.
Yeah,
I just put it.
Petey had some setbacks, so he's out for.
I love when Daddy puts the kids over his knee.
Yeah.
I really do. I love when Daddy puts the kids over his knee and just makes statements because it's just delusional. That's delusional. Right? I mean, it's absolutely disgusting.
And that's what he does. He learns how to push your buttons. He's king.
He's
king
a button
troll.
pusher.
He's a king troll. He's king troll. He's a millennial
you
troll.
literally just addressed him during the show.
Well, he's part of it. He's
like
still
he
part.
was in the room.
Even though I disagree with 99% of the things he said, he's still part of the fab. But I'm going to address nonsense. You're going to call me delusional. I'm going to own you. Okay? Picking the wrong guy to talk about delusional. All right? We go at it all the time. We go at it all the time. Daddy, do I not know sports? Just because we go at it? Don't fucking talk about my sports knowledge, please. I've been doing this shit a long time, studying sports.
Shit, we were doing this.
All right?
We were doing this in
I
car.
starting lineup cards out when the Phillies won the World Series '93.
We were breathing in car rides doing this for years. All right.
All right, this isn't our first rodeo.
No.
And then, Deems, they got Britain, and that's a big upgrade for them. No question about it.
Listen, the
Yankees
need their starters to go 5.
Besides,
their starters to go 5, they're good. Problem is they can't go 5, a lot of them. and Luis Severino's trending downward. Saw him Saturday get his fucking titties ripped.
You haven't owned the Red Sox. The record is 5-4. Mike Parker says, how do you own them? You don't own nobody. Talk to his head to the series.
First off, there's 4 games this weekend in Boston, so that can get flipped real quick.
He says I'm being dumb. That's fun. Chris Estray said there were no comments, fellas. I got the tape. Source said, I don't know what he's talking about. Mike Parker says Boston, Houston, then Yankees way down there.
Source talk.
Deem's talking about Dak looking at Wentz tape. What a bum. Yes, we all know Dak stinks. Terrible. There's a guy in the room who thinks he might not stink, maybe. I'm not sure.
No, I think
where
he
his
agrees
head
he stinks.
Is. But we all think he stinks.
I think he agrees he stinks.
He stinks.
Ralph saying I don't know shit. We all know who knows the best. Yup, I'm self-centered. Ralphie, listen, come on in again, Daddy. You can come see it, too. It'd be ugly for you, too.
Old Ralph?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love you, but that'll get ugly for you as well.
Ralphadelphia?
I mean, we're just having funerals late night at A2 day. That's how that would go.
Ralph made a comment about my age on my birthday, which I didn't agree with or like.
What was it?
Just something about me being old.
Not the comment you want. Yeah. Trying to enjoy the day.
Yeah, you know. There's always a fucking Lakers fan out there that's fucking spit on you. Scumbag.
Carl, what am I researching? They're the best team in baseball. I don't need research to tell you what my eyes
they're
tell me.
They're number 1 in every offensive category.
What everything says.
Team-wise, they're number 1 in every offensive category. And they have the best pitcher in baseball, probably, in Chris Sale. So, I mean,
And the best.
where's the fucking scale? Where's the scale? And the best closer in baseball.
And outside of Mike Trout, the best player in baseball. Outside of Mike Trout, in my opinion.
Who's that? Mookie
Mookie,
Betts?
dude. Mookie's a stud, dude. You don't bat 342 and just not act like you're not a top 3 player in baseball.
Mookie's extremely good.
Yeah,
he's top 5, I would say, definitely.
All right, we'll disagree. When guys bat 342 and they drive the ball too, they're automatically a top 3 guy to me. They just automatically are. When you do it consistently like he has, like you're just automatically top 3 guy. Like nobody's jumping you. He's not the best because Trouty's going to be the best until Trouty stops being the best. Make sense? But he's the best, and after it, there's an argument for 2, 3. But I mean, I think
there's an argument for about 7 guys you can put.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the top 5.
Absolutely.
Maybe even 10.
Absolutely. But to me, he's a top 3 guy.
People like blondes, people like redheads, people like brunettes.
It's all about your,
all about your
flavor.
They're all pretty good in the top 10.
Yeah.
Victor Wilkie
good,
said the Yanks will take 3 or 4, mark it down. We got another Yanks fan in here.
Oh, shocker. They travel in packs like
I love
roaches.
how they think they're taking
like roaches. It's because the lights are out. It's a late night show. Lights are out. The roaches are fucking scarying. The roaches are scary, and we got to get the lights on. When the Red Sox take 3 or 4, the lights will be on. We won't hear from them next week.
On YouTube, F-Team says Tom is slaying them. TTD Ballin says, yeah, Tom out here fucking them up. TTP says, I'm here trying to get my baseball knowledge up. That's what we're here for, brother. And Me of Everything says, yo, Wilson, I used to work with you at UPS. Oh,
all right.
Well, a little fam.
What the fuck's your name?
Shout out. There you go.
But, yeah, well, kid's still there, unfortunately. Yeah, so.
Slinging it. Slinging it.
Slinging it, hating it.
Slanging it.
Hating it, slanging it.
Nobody better. That was a great job. Do a great job over there, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Debatable.
Yep. It's real debatable.
Here's an honest man right there.
No lies here.
I don't lie. I don't lie to the fam ever. I'm all about truth. I'm all about truths. That's why I'll tell Ralph Del Vecchio, Lakers stink.
What do you want to put on? I'm here to take everybody's money. How much you want to put on that do not take 3 or 4? Who wants it loaded up with me? Write in the chat. Put the numbers in. I'll put my number in. How much you want to put on? I'll put 100 card right now. Says no chance Yankees take 3 or 4. 0 chance.
Tristan.
All right? Put it right on the table.
Dude.
You can accept or decline, Yankees fans. They do not take 3 or 4 from Boston this weekend. That's crazy talk. Did they see Sale too? Or do we see Sale? Because that matters too. Because then if you've seen Sale, you definitely ain't taking 3 or 4.
2-game set.
Yeah, we only got 2 games. I'm saying they probably see Sale. I would assume.
Unless we see him tomorrow.
I don't know when he pitched last, but
Robbie's checking
Even if he goes tomorrow against us, he goes Sunday.
True.
Yeah, a lot of truth in that.
A lot of truth in that. No lies here.
Yeah. That's when they take the first 2, Tom, and you're counting money. Oh, sale on Sunday! Looks like there's a sale on Sunday.
Everything's half off.
You know, there's all Yankees money coming our way.
Oh, my
Free Yankee cash sale on Sunday.
Yankees offense half price on Sunday.
Ralphie wants to know what you give up for Harper.
Whatever they want. Probably. I mean, I'm not going to go I'm not going to give them Sixto, Hazley, and Moniak, which is probably what they're going to want. But just because there's no guarantee that he stays. But I would trade them Sixto for him. He's a guy that loses the ball, and we need that right now desperately on this team. Bottom line.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yep. Yankees
I mean, as long as it's not 7 or 8 guys, you know what I mean? Because, even though, he's going to command a ton of money, obviously, on the open market, he's got some interest here. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, he definitely does.
He plays well here. And
he
he's got
always
some
plays well
here.
here.
And I firsthand know some that he's got some interest here for sure. So, but I hear you.
What a great slap in the face to the fucking Washington Nationals that would be too if he signed here. Hey, Washington, slap, slap. Nothing better than that.
19 times a year.
Slap, slap.
Deemsy coming in with a little advice. I plan on attending my first Eagles game this year. How much I look at saving up and a good spot to eat. It's Philadelphia. There's great spots all over the fucking city. And I don't know. What you're okay with? You're okay with 200? Assuming that maybe 180 of that is for the ticket.
Oh, how much?
To spend, yeah. Like to spend in the stadium or to spend including the ticket and parking. I'm saying you buy a 12-pack. You pay $20 to park.
Get the Jetro.
80 for the ticket. pound the 12.
You guys went to a playoff game, so that's even yours was even more
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah.
So you guys
Pound
can,
the 12.
You guys can scale them.
Scale them down.
Yeah.
Pound the 12,
You went to
stumble
a
into the
playoff
game, that whole deal.
Listen, I don't think you
Have
even
a couple more inside.
You don't even have to wander away from the complex to be able to get great grub. I mean, you don't
Oh, no,
have.
it's
you
all
don't,
around.
You don't
It's all
have to. I
around.
mean, Xfinity's got great food, and then inside the stadium, there's tons of great places
Yeah,
for grub.
you get
So, I
cheesesteak
mean,
inside the stadium.
No, I mean, listen, you're going to pay, an arm and a
You're
leg
gonna-
for
yeah,
everything?
yes.
Absolutely. But that's all part of the, going to a game. You are. That's why, Deemsy knows he already is. That's why I was wondering how much. To take into the stadium, if you really want to freaking
Oh,
enjoy
just
yourself,
to say,
$200.
Hotel food that works.
Oh.
Hotel food that works, $500.
Yeah.
$500, you have a great weekend. I would say.
Agreed. I'd say $500.
They might as well. Eagles win. Maybe you add a couple hundred to there. Who knows? Maybe you go and hit fucking Sugar House and you're plus 500. You never know. Some guys get hot on a fucking dice game. You never know.
Yeah, it depends who they're playing too. You might fire on the Birds too.
Exactly. All right. All you gotta do is follow our show in the morning for best bets. Maybe make yourself a couple dollars.
Stone
Cold locks. Make yourself a couple dollars.
Stone Cold.
Pop wants to know, what are the chances we land Harper and Trout?
In 2021, maybe. That's one. Listen, we're not. Besides I look at the Angels this way: you don't trade the best player in baseball ever. So we could sign him going into the 2021 season when he'll be a free agent. There's a chance of that. But I'm of the opinion that Trout's a fucking loyal, good dude, and I know that that's definitely fact. So maybe the Angels get good over the next year. Maybe this Ohtani becomes a really good player.
Yeah.
You never know. And then to me, he's the kind of guy that's a loyal guy that if they offer him a contract extension to end his career as a lifelong Angel, I think he would do it. That's why I'm not putting all my chips in the Trout basket. Now, I know Trout, I'm sure, would love to play here, obviously. But you never know. Like I said, I find him to be a loyal guy. So.
Yeah. If they don't get any pitching, it's always going to be a moot point. So
yeah, exactly.
They would have to show him the courtesy too, and say, listen, we've tried a couple pieces, we're trying guys, and we can't get it done. You know what I mean? So, maybe go riding on the sunset. They're not, we wouldn't expect that from a business standpoint, but at a certain point, a guy gives you so much to your organization, you kind of just
let him go on
and see what you can get back.
It's funny because I actually think he's
but maybe 2020
he's loyal, but
maybe 2020 around the All-Star break, if they're not playing well, maybe then you throw a shit ton of young at him and see if something sticks.
But also,
because even when they tried, it's like sorry to cut you off. Like Ohtani can't pitch, he can hit, but he can't. He can pitch. I'm saying,
but
he's
injured.
He's
hurt. Yeah.
So it's like,
well, that's the thing with pitching. Pitchers, they get hurt all the time.
Yeah.
Ask the Mets.
Yeah.
They fucking know.
I forget my fucking point. I had a good one too.
When you have two, that's what I know it's a longer series, but that's why I think they can win a series if they didn't do anything. Just because I think you're going to see, the snake instead of the guy from Allstate. You know what I mean? You're gonna see the snake, and with what Aaron's what he's doing. So you just gotta hit a little bit, but. In the playoffs, it gets all ramped up. You know what I mean? So if you're not hitting now, you shouldn't expect to hit the playoffs.
First off, if you're not hitting now, you're getting no hit in the playoffs.
Yeah,
so this is hitting season.
Me of everything said. Just read Phillies, Indians, and Yankees are in on McCutchen, and also the Phils are still in on Archer. Let's hope they get something done. Now, Archer McCutchen get me feeling good. An Archer McCutch upgrade. Now I'm feeling a lot better. Now I'm getting another pros pro in my lineup. You know what I mean? Now he's not having the year he's getting a little long in the tooth, but he can still drive baseball.
Yeah.
He can still drive baseball.
He's hitting 277, I think, right now.
He hits in clips. He does. A couple times I've thrown him into the fantasy lineup.
Not really a good name to bring up for around Willie right now, but.
Who, the Kutch? Oh, yeah. Kutch cost me a few shellings the other day. Quite a few, actually. I was going nuts, dude. I haven't even told you about this. I can't bring it up on air. I might shed a tear. It'll be terrible.
Dude's on fire.
Chris says Eagles will win all the home games this year. 8 wins already. Book it. It's money talk. Listen, bro, I freaking love it. We're going to be talking Eagles training camp
I'm gonna
on the
try.
other side,
I'm gonna try not to
obviously.
get too pumped up. Okay?
Oh, I will.
Because a couple years back, I think we were calling for one loss between us. I think.
If you're being
We're
generous,
like, we can't even find a loss on the schedule.
we weren't even losing preseason games.
We're gonna pull the ratings back a little bit on that one, but I might be predicting 11.
Is it a mini Carson and a mini Doug? All right.
Get a 618 they're talking about jerseys. I would get I'll get a Hoskins. A Farrow would be a good jersey because he's not going anywhere. He's
Nola's the jersey.
Nola's a great
Nola's
jersey.
the jersey.
There's your pillar, yeah.
There's
That's
a couple
guy.
Hoskins. You know what I
There's
mean?
your pillar.
And by the way, the question that was thrown out there by A2D Radio, the answer is definitely Trout. The thing is that Bryce is available after this year, so you got to throw money at Bryce regardless. Just taking him from a division rival is huge, And I don't even want to hear this fucker speak. I already know what he's gonna say. Well, I feel like everyone did a solid job, and it was Odubel. It was a tough play. It was so tough.
Is that where the 20 and 10 came from? Is that what Greg was saying?
No, they were talking about Doug's record.
Oh, wow, because that's coincidentally 20 and 10 in one-run games.
Oh, maybe that's what Greg.
I'm sure that's what Greg was doing.
Yeah, because he was saying
Greg loves him some games.
Yeah,
so I know in mid-throat he was like, 20 and 10. All right, I know you. That had nothing to do with Doug. You still hate him. Don't tell me you got you a fucking Super Bowl.
He said Harry Potter world right now with coconut oil on, just fucking deep throating.
he goes,
yeah,
because he said right before that he goes
chapter 16.
he goes overmatched in
Watch
one-run
the
games.
Gators
That's
down
what he
there.
said. And then he went 20 and 10 because he did say that he goes overmatched in one-run games.
I saw it. I knew what you were up to. Had nothing to do with Dougie. We're on to you, Gregory. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, we're going to go take a break here in a couple minutes, and we're going to go over to the YouTube side of
Been
things.
an hour already?
Yeah, we're going to talk Eagles training
We could go
camp.
5 today.
Too early NFL predictions. We'll have 5 questions at the end of the show. Probably be on for at least another 45, fam, if you want to stay up late with us, talk some Eagles. We'll continue our Phillies conversation, obviously.
We're going to be on another hour. I might even have a beer after this.
Well, that's not surprising at all, Daddy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expect anything else.
It's still my birthday week.
A2D late night.
So, Pop, you said what's the chance of landing
work, too.
Harper and Trout? There's also the chance that you land Manny and Trout. I mean, Manny and Harper at the end of this year.
Listen,
you got $600-700 million check to write out because you can land both of them, babe. You really want to get cute.
If we're bringing Manny and Bryce in, I mean, I like the way the team looks for next year. I'd say that.
You really want to get cute? Then you back the Brinks up and you trade for Trout. That's what you do.
Excited for spring training?
I think. You
think some people are going down to check some games out?
Manny, Bryce, Reese in the middle there. I think we might get some things done. might get 90 homers out of the middle there, maybe. Probably more.
Talk about losing some baseballs. That lineup will lose some baseballs.
That's with the way our fucking stadium is. It's a stadium that's built for losing the ball. That's why I feel like you got to go after some of these guys that are going to hit you 35 plus.
No, are you with me though? If I put the money out for them too, then I'm backing the Brink prospect truck up, and I'm just trying to get myself Trouty too, all in the same year. I'm just trying to get real cute. I'll just put an all-star team together.
Yeah,
Absolutely great.
Trade them your son
and your luxury taxes.
Trade them your son and our top 10 prospects. I really would. I'll tell you what. If you're being serious about that, I would fucking trade him.
You think I'm lying about that?
I'd call the Angels and I'd say, listen, what are your thoughts on Odubel and our top 10 prospects?
Like, you better not be messing.
You better not be lying about Odubel. You think I'm not? I love Odubel and everything. You think I'm not putting him in a package for Trout? And then I'm fucking insane. You know what I mean? I'm not that insane. I do like my guys. And would I like to move in the right field and not have to put him in the package?
TT.
Absolutely.
TT, I think everybody was.
Yeah, Molly's back.
Good on the eyeballs.
I was happy that Molly got a job with the Birds as well. I'd like to see her get a couple cheeseburgers.
I like thick Molly.
She is getting.
I think we can all agree thick Molly was always better.
Yeah, she's too thin now.
Yeah, like you don't want to.
She's very Skeletor Molly.
I mean, I don't want to get cute, but you don't want to bend over the bone.
An LB or two. Mixing an LB or two.
That's all.
Or two.
Just have instead of cheat day once every 2 weeks, maybe twice a week for like 2 months.
I love the workout game. I mean, I'm glad you're into the fitness, babe. But like a double cheeseburger ain't gonna hurt. Maybe your husband.
Maybe a triple.
It's not gonna hurt your husband for you to put a couple down a week. Whopper. I'm sure he's sitting back like, man, maybe just don't go to the gym today. Let's eat some ice cream together. You know what I mean? It's just getting a little too. We're getting a little too frail over here. This is going.
This is going
getting
nowhere.
Bruises. I'm starting to bruise.
David, I love you, David Roska, but, they say Trout Angels for life. Pump your brakes a little bit. I'm not fully there.
I kind of put that out a little bit.
Because listen, loyalty's all great until somebody offers you $80 million more. You know what I mean? And loyalty sort of is like, that's my hometown too, and they're offering me $80 million more. Loyalty sort of goes out the window there, because you're coming back home. It really goes out to me.
What just happened right there?
No, it's just we were talking about Crowley.
I thought you were rubbing your
visit.
nip for a second there. I was like, what's going on?
I thought he was too.
I couldn't do it.
Oh, the casting couch is underway. The casting couch is underway.
That's not out of the question.
I thought he was nipple rubbing. He thought Trouty $80 million more. He's like, yeah, we're getting him.
That's what we got on his visit when we took him there.
There's like Martin Lawrence from
When
Bad
he took him
Boys
to East
2.
Carolina.
After he dropped the X, he's like, take the picture.
Yeah, take the picture.
Late night shenanigans.
Uh-oh. We don't care.
What's going on over there?
Well, yeah, so Ralphie thinks that Boston got Kinsler and $1.8 million.
Jesus, the rich get richer.
They gave him a check, too. How do you give him a check and a player?
Are some of these guys using condoms? Because they just constantly fuck everybody in the league. It's amazing. They just go around, dicks out.
God, yeah.
A
They
lot
go
of
around.
Magic Johnsons.
Like
A
whoever
lot
is
of Magic Johnsons.
Danny H better have condoms on
Oh,
because
my
he's just
God.
been slopping. He's just been ramming motherfuckers.
Oh.
Colangelo's wife got hurt on the burner account.
Hey,
That's how bad
I mean,
he
before
fucked us.
before he hung up, he was like, you know what? We're the best team in baseball. Give us a $1.8 million too. And the guy was like, all right.
Who do I make it out to?
Holy shit.
FD says late night HUD, love it. Yeah, this is what we do.
Oh,
Chris Ashray says
This
Trout,
is
Manny
our-
Harper, we win 3 in a row. Book it. Yeah, brother, we would.
This is
Source
our,
talk.
this-
Mike
this-
Parker says
this is back
Millville
to our
Master
roots.
coming home.
This is back to our roots. We used to be late night A2D.
Yeah, we
were
did.
a little more aggressive late night. We seem to be a little tamer during the morning hours.
Until we go to we are, and then when we go to YouTube, it's really going to get aggressive. I mean,
late night 295 rounds.
yeah, we used to drive up to Burlington, and I used to do 2 shows in a row.
Yeah,
you want
man.
to talk about a pro's pro? Do that with no notes, bitches. All right, Migger, you do that with no notes, babe. Okay, and come see Daddy, Nitro Freak.
Little tease for the YouTube side. We're bringing back Fuck, Marry, Kill for the 5 questions.
We are, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
am excited to
Tease,
fuck, marry, and kill some
tease,
shit. So let's go. Listen, we're going to see you on the other side. Agree to disagree. HUD Radio, brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public accountant. Make him yours. Find him on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Head over to YouTube, family. We're coming over there. We'll continue at least another 45 hour. We'll put you to bed tonight. That's what daddies do. We'll see you in a few.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300. 888-866-3300 or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Agree to disagree. The late night A2D talk. Casting couch. Putting you to bed. We're live from the Real Talk Studios. We're always brought to you by our certified public account. Make them yours. Gibson Mayer LLC. Find them on the web. GibsonMayer.com. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Robbie Poe on the ones and twos. Oh, we did a lot of Phillies talk. About an hour length worth of Phillies. We're going to go in the Low Eagles camp. 2 early NFL predictions. 5 questions, whatever the fuck you guys want to talk about. Parker says, Tom, do you remember where the first sports outlet building was? No. It wasn't always there? Interesting. You learned something?
No, I think it's in the same spot, isn't it?
Yeah, they just expanded.
Spidey, it's definitely the same spot.
It just used to be smaller.
Yeah, it's just bigger now.
Now they just blew it up. They got that whole thing is in.
Yeah, instead of it used to be a part of a shop like a strip.
Yes,
now
sir.
they're the whole.
Yeah.
They're the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, little camp talk.
Camp talk.
And you're hearing
Nobody's injured yet.
That's a huge plus.
That's the first plus.
But the big thing is you hear is that if this secondary stays healthy, they're a problem. And they're sort of like the little feedback you're getting from camp right now, that if this secondary as a whole stays healthy, the addition, obviously, of Sidney Jones
We
back.
won the Super Bowl. We better be a problem.
No.
Let's go.
Well, you love to get you love it when it comes out, though, when people are talking about that you're already a problem in camp.
I don't care about that.
I'm not a camp guy. Can I be honest with you?
I don't give a fuck.
I'm not.
I just don't want
Can I be
anyone to
honest?
get in shape and don't get hurt. That's really.
I just don't want the
care.
alert, babe. I just don't want the alert. You understand where I'm going with this? I just don't want to deal with the alert.
No, yeah.
All right? I don't care about camp. I don't care about preseason football games. I care about September, whatever it is, when we open up against the Falcons and going to work. That's what I care about.
6th, I believe.
Is it the
Thursday
6th?
night.
7th, 8th.
It is the Falcons,
20th.
correct?
Actually, I have jury duty that day. Only time in my life, and for some reason I get jury duty more than anyone in the history of America. Only time in my life that I'm actually happy to have jury duty that day, because I'm just going to take off work. Like, I got jury duty. And they're like, oh, the Eagles game's that night. Well, sorry. And I'm a low number, too. I'm like 110. Usually them low numbers get cut. Okay, I've been there enough to know that.
I was gonna say.
You under 300, you got a good shot getting cut.
This guy's an insider.
Deem says Sydney's shutting down Aguilar. What I'm hearing also is Aguilar's been a problem, too. Aguilar's had a great camp as well. I mean, we sort of expect that growth, especially if you see what he's dating. If you ain't catching balls after her, nobody's going to ever help you, babe. There ain't a shrink in the world better than her to be able to cure that problem. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Take a peek at her on Instagram.
She could ruin him. Who knows?
I think she's actually helping him.
A lot of ruiners out there.
But no, me of everything said can't wait till the banner drops.
It's Tiger. It's Spidey.
Isn't that what we're waiting for, though?
Spidey's
I think we're all waiting for the banner to drop. I think that, the camp is just staying healthy. You want to see the progression of Carson. We'll talk about that as well throughout this. You want to see the progression of Carson, him getting healthier. I know there's arguments out there. And listen, I'm right here with it. If he's not cleared, he's not cleared. But if he's cleared to go, you're not going to you're not going to say, oh, we're going to wait till week 4. If he's cleared, he goes. It's simple. We're not rushing him. There's no rush. The guy's like Jesus. You know what I mean? So just let him do his thing.
If he gets touched during camp, you might as well pack your bags because you're cut. Don't even touch the fucking guy.
Well,
Seriously.
you hope the red jersey sends that message.
I mean, listen. I think he's going to be cleared, and I think he's going to start game 1. I just think it's a foregone conclusion at this point. I think he's going to get fully cleared before the regular season starts. I don't think he's going to play 1 minute in preseason.
Shouldn't.
I think you'll see him. He'll practice, but I don't think he'll play a minute in preseason. And I think that he will start week 1. And I think that we will beat Atlanta week 1. I think it'll be a tough game. Our toughest game in the playoffs last year was against Atlanta.
Different story when you get the potential MVP of the league back. You know, granted, coming off a major injury, we get all that. But, you know, it's a big difference offensively, this football team. As much as I love Nicky and what Nicky did, this offense is big-time different with 11 under center. It's not even close. It's not even a comparison. It ain't even fair for you to compare Foles to Carson. You know what I mean? It's not fair for Nick to be compared to him because he's not as good as him. I mean, this guy is a generational talent, and if he's ready to go, he plays. It's simple. And if you think this offense, which is already loaded, isn't going to light people up when healthy, people are crazy. This is the best team.
We were letting people up last year.
This is the best. It's the best overall team, top to bottom, in the National Football League. I know the Rams went out and did a lot of spending and brought in a lot of big-time names. This football team over here is the best roster in the league to me, and it all starts with 11. Because I can essentially say when he's healthy, he could start over every quarterback in the league, maybe outside of Brady and Rodgers. And you could argue because of his age, you would take him over them. You know what I mean? You could argue that. We're at the point where just enjoy it. And this season, if he's not healthy and he's got to wait 4 weeks, so what? We're playing with house money this year. We really are. But listen, I'm looking for back-to-backs. I think this football team can win 3 out of 5.
No, you're never playing with house money. I mean,
No, just the fact that you want it and we never won it.
I mean, yeah,
That's house-ish.
but
But then you get into the moment and the house money goes out to the
when
way.
you weren't expected to. So, yeah, sure. That was the one that you got, that you maybe weren't supposed to get. You know what I mean? Especially when the injury happened. So, absolutely, that was gravy on top. But, once the new season starts, so you're fucking hungry as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
to the family members that are Cowboys and Giants fans. Hopefully no Redskins fans in there because what are they even doing here? Your team stinks. But anyway, real talk. The one thing that they would like to hang their head on, I'm sure, is a lot of teams don't handle winning the Super Bowl well. A lot of Super Bowl hangovers happens a lot. But I think the best thing for us moving forward is the fact that Carson doesn't play in that game. The fact that
6 guys.
I was going to say, Jordan Hicks doesn't play in that game.
All your captains.
All the captains of every part. That is a
Maragos.
That's a
captain.
humongous. That's a humongous thing to keep them hungry and push, and they're the leaders of the team, so they push everybody else, so we don't get lackadaisical out there. And I think that's huge. It's just humongous.
Absolutely tremendous point because they were all of them were a part of that thing, and they got a ring. But at the end of the day, you still looking at me. When you walk by the mirror, you're like, "Fuck, I didn't play in that game." You understand?
Absolutely.
It's still my ring. It looks good. It's giant, and I'm I
gotta stay championship.
I
gotta stay championship
like
that.
You know what I mean? But no,
You're
I'm
welcome.
saying, but
I didn't play in that game.
You're welcome. Did I mention you're welcome? But no, you're right.
You didn't really play in that game either. Well, you did.
Absolutely did play. I absolutely played in that game.
I know, but
trying to get cute.
You didn't get a hit though.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I
Didn't stay champ.
Yeah, I was 1 for 4. I didn't have the best day at the plate. Good lefty on the mound, but
Continue.
1 for 4. Yeah. Don't try to take shots if you don't know the results, babe. Yeah,
I don't think you got a hit.
I definitely did.
I'm willing to challenge that. But
I had a big
continue.
postseason. And if you don't think I did,
You had a
flag.
monster South.
Dropped the red flag.
New Jersey. What is it? Group 2 final. Monster South Jersey Group 2 final.
yeah, the guy came up in big spots. Some guys have it, you know what I mean? And I would expect the same from you. You know what I mean?
I would agree.
Good talk. We're back.
I wasn't mad at you there. You started taking offense to it.
No, I'm not offense. I just wanted to clarify to the fam that big South Jersey final and did have a hit in the state game. So I just want to clarify to people the guy does come up in big spots.
Well, who cares? No one cares.
Well, people care if a guy's soft or not in big spots because I'm in a big spot now talking to the people. They don't want a soft guy. They don't. They don't want somebody who's
Marshmallow.
Yeah, they don't want an 0 for 5 or in big spots.
We don't want a meager.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, Kendall.
Can't have a Meager running around.
It's just created a term.
Dean says Nick Foles himself.
These kids are almost
even
meager.
said that he can't get complacent. No, and this team can't get complacent.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
But there's so much, like you said, there's so many guys that saw it, that were a part of it, but they really didn't taste it.
I guess over the fence. You know, the fence. Is like,
Wilson.
God, oh man, that looks awesome over there. Is she topless? Fuck. You know what I mean? So no, absolutely you can't. I mean, in pro sports you can't. Nothing's guaranteed, and we know that. But you know, with all the adversity, I mean, you know, it couldn't have got any worse last year. You know, for the Eagles, personnel wise, you know, with the adversity. You know what I mean? So, you know, for what they, you know, was able to, you know, keep them together and rally troops and all that good shit right there. That was, it's unbelievable. So yeah, you stay hungry, and you know, we always talk about the pride gene and the pride factor. I mean, you should play. You know, a lot of guys just play for the paycheck, but most people play for the love of the game and the pride and to be the best.
Listen, Deems, I'll take Meager to the woodshed. All right, he has some fire to him. I like Kyle, but I'll absolutely own his ass, and it ain't even close. This whole couch will. Everybody in the room will. All right? I mean, the list goes on. I mean, there's guys that are ATD.
I just want to get him fired up.
There's just some ATD fan that takes them to the woodshed that don't even do shows. You know what I mean? Park and Wilder have woodshedded them all day. So, I mean, the woodshed's wide open of him just taking beatings. But guess what? He likes to get under skins, and he likes to say Foles is better than Wentz. So, if you guys enjoy that, then so be it. You know what I mean? I can't help that.
Everyone in the world knows that Foles isn't as talented as Wentz. It's not even close. It's just not close. There's a guy that was the second overall pick with a good quarterback taken above him, to a guy that's a third rounder, late third.
Yeah,
that's where we take Foles. I mean, I'm not saying that Foles is bad. He's not. He's got a big arm, and he played great in the playoffs. Okay, and he's the best backup in football by far. It's not even close.
No, not even close.
Okay,
nope.
And so you should be happy about that. But the bottom line is we have a very special guy that quarterbacks this football team.
And Nine knows it.
Everyone fucking knows
you know
it.
What I mean?
Everyone with eyes knows it. There was a group of blind girls that ran into me in Times Square. They knew it. Okay? They knew it. They heard it. They're hearing it so good. They actually heard the ginger playing better. It was incredible.
They brailled it.
It was incredible.
Their senses were heightened.
Yeah, they got heightened hearing. Watch stuff. Watch stuff.
Well, we talk about it. We talk about it a lot with the Sixers and Joel, right? Just like them franchise changers, the culture changers.
Absolutely.
Well, when we talk, and I talk about this at nauseum, but I love to repeat it because it's so real. When you constantly see a guy in the facility before you're even fucking awake, okay, that changes shit. Especially when he's a generational talent. That makes other guys look around and say, "Shit, am I not working hard enough? I mean, maybe I got to get in at 5. He's in at 4. You know what I mean? And it just changes. At this level, guys see everything, you know, at the highest level. They see what other guys are doing, right? And if your quarterback is just going through the motions, he gets there at the same time everybody else does, and he's not getting it done consistently. Everybody sees it, and they're like, okay, this guy isn't going to put the work in. So then I back off my work sometimes, if that makes sense. So other guys don't bring it all. But when you see a guy, like, and it carried to Nelson. Nelson was like, I'm going in with him. And then look at the translation now. Like, I'm going to go in at 4 o'clock with him. And Darby gets traded here, and Darby comes and goes, Jesus, I got there at 6 or 5:30. These guys are soaking wet. They're already working so hard. So when everybody starts to see it, it changes everything. Like the fact that even when he got hurt, the culture was changed. That's the big difference. Every guy on that roster bought in to the guy next to him. That's what just happened here. It was a spiral effect, but it started with 11. It started game 1 against the Cleveland Browns.
What a group of men can accomplish.
It started game 1, year 1, against the Cleveland Browns on his first play when he gave you the kill. When he gave you the kill, you knew, all right, that's a franchise guy. Now, forget all the attributes that we already know about. The freaking flat-out arm strength that he showed in his first preseason game, and you're like, oh, that's a Rodgers throw. Forget all that. When you just go up and you have a command of the offense too, and you see, wow, this guy, he already has a command. It's his first NFL game. He's killing stuff. He's seeing stuff. It's so important. All these guys got big arms. All these guys got talent. What are you seeing at the line? You know, the adjustments. You know, the studying film. He outstudies everybody. It's the Larry Bird effect. It's the first guy in, last guy to leave,
the bottom line,
and it works. It fucking works.
You're completely right. And it's the bottom line is the fact is the toughest position in sports is quarterback. And if your guy isn't bought in to outwork everyone else, it's not going to work. And he is. So there we go. You mix great talent with a guy that's willing to outwork everybody and wants to be great. That's when you get greatness.
That's what happened. That's what we have here. And Joel's the same. Joel's the same way with the Sixers. Just his energy, his bravado, his
but you need
toughness.
more. You need more though.
No, you need more. But I'm saying it's a start.
If your quarterback is that way, you're going to win. That's the bottom line. You can put anybody else you want around them, you're going to win. You're going to be a threat to win games at all times. Yeah. Even though Packers defense has been fucking bullshit for 2 years now, they have a chance to win every game because they have a phenomenal fucking quarterback.
And the same thing happened with New England. They changed the roster over so much, and people don't even realize.
Great coach, great quarterback.
But the consistency and
great
the fact
coach, great quarterback.
Look what he did for Jimmy. Look what he did for Jimmy. Just Jimmy being around him. And the work ethic that Tom put in, the one play till he's 40 years old, which is already freaking tough enough, so he flat out works it. That translates to his backup. Where now his backup's figuring it out. Like, that's what greatness does. If I want to be great, if I want to be special in this league, that's what I got to do.
But I think Brady actually. I'm telling you, I think Brady figured it out.
He knew it was coming.
He figured how to hit 40 and keep going. All these other guys were pumping iron and trying to stay big. He's like, you know what? Nope. I'm just going to be fluid.
Yep.
I'm going to look like I can't even fucking hold up a football, but I'm still going to fucking deal all over the field. I'm going to make out with my kid. It's like the shit that he does. Dude, if you follow that, you can play at 40.
Yeah, sit in a hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah, motherfucker.
The yogi does.
He's like, I'm not even going to lift the weight. I'm just going to be fluid.
He probably turn his leg like this and put it over his head. You know what I mean? He's so flexible at this point at 40, and that's why he's still playing.
Because guess what? The guys that got big, they just once they get old, every time you get hit, you hurt.
Yeah. Deems, I agree with you. I was a Wentz guy too, but I still, and I joked about it that, did they trade up to go take Ramsey? Because to me, there's still 1A, 1B in that draft, them too. Because Ramsey culture changed a whole defense.
Jared Goff's
No. I like
he is.
He is, but Ramsey talent-wise is in the one. Jalen Ramsey talent-wise. He changed. Come on, you got to give it.
Yeah, but if you have Jared Goff, though, is going to be a really good quarterback, and that's how you win this league.
I understand that, but a team showed you can win defensively, too. Okay? Yeah. The Jaguars got to the AFC Championship game. Let's not act like they didn't, and they got there because
you don't get a ring for that.
Dude, they're babies. It's a start of something. I'm saying he changed the culture.
They have a phenomenal defense.
They do, but when you get the best corner in football and a guy who talks about it and walks about it, then what does everybody else start doing on defense? They all start talking and walking about it too.
But that position, you don't make
enough
plays, though.
No, I understand.
He
does somehow, but yeah.
It becomes an island, and I get that. So you in the passing game, you think, well, one side of the field is shut down. I get that.
Yeah, but if you're not getting to the quarterback.
Lawrence Taylor, to me, is a guy on defense that just is his hand on
he made every year. He's sacking the quarterback. He's covering everybody on the back. He makes every tackle. Yeah. It's like a fucking Artie Lang stand-up. When he's like, back in the day, he made every tackle. Yeah. And he's like, so the calls back in the day was like, tackled by something and Taylor every play and Taylor.
Yeah,
that's what he's talking about. What if Bob Shepard followed him all day?
I was more the culture change
now
than I was
somebody and Taylor.
My impact was more on a culture than it was in a game per se. Makes sense. Like it was more of what his bravado and the fact that he's flat out pimp did for an organization. You know what I mean? You land them guys in the top 5, they change everything. Deems is right. I mean, Zeke's in the conversation too because he's a problem when he's on the field.
Zeke, it's awesome play.
You know what I mean? He's a problem. And what did he do his first year? He changed something. Now you got a playoff team. You know what I mean? Because of one, you nailed a top 5 pick. When you nail top 5s, good things happen.
I know this goes back a ways.
Regardless if it's an offensive lineman, whoever it is.
Look what Deion did for the Atlanta Falcons, making them relevant in the playoffs, and then eventually on with the Niners and Cowboys and other teams. You know, a guy in the corner that's that flat out dominant can still change the culture, just not as calm.
Not as much as Goff and Wentz. I understand that.
Right.
And the
but
game,
it's possible.
Yeah, the game was different back then. Not like
Ed Reed with the Ravens.
Different in the sense where there was no they still went at Deion. They weren't convinced. Like they were still hard heads. You know what I mean? So he was going to get you that pick late, maybe take it back to the house. Then he was returning kicks
80
and
for
punts.
a touch.
You know what I mean? So he had his fingerprint on a lot of different things. But yeah,
the reason I say Goff is 1B and above Zeke is because of the position. It's just because it's the quarterback, and I think that I think there's a good argument to be made that the top 2 teams in the NFC next year will be the Eagles and the Rams in this season coming up. And they're both extremely young quarterbacks that run that
There's
show.
one other sleeper team in this whole – we're going to talk about early
I
predictions
think Atlanta's
now.
a very good team this year.
There's another team in the NFC East that could be very dangerous if they're healthy. I hate to say it.
Who, Giants?
They could be if they're
Don't
healthy.
You start.
They could be
Fucking
if they're
Spielman
healthy.
on the couch with us right now.
I'm being
Stop.
honest.
The
They could be
Giants
good. They could be good.
Guess what? You want to
Offensively,
know why they're not going to be good? I'll tell you right now. I'll break it real quick.
'Cause of Eli to me.
Because their Vegas over-under wins is 6. That team stinks this year.
Yeah, you're right.
Mark it down. They stink.
6 is
Vegas ain't dumb, motherfuckers. They stink. They win 5 games. Stink, stink, stink.
Vegas.
Eagles is 10.
It was,
Giants, 6.
It was 8.5 last year
Eagles was?
when I was in Vegas, and I didn't do it. I'm a fucking crumb.
True you are. Because shit.
Reflection.
There
Time
was,
for reflection.
the year that Doug
I'm like
Peterson.
Brian Dawkins right now telling you about
The
it
year
all.
that Doug Peterson quarterback, this team, he was picking 12-4. Okay, so the fact that he's not going over 8.5 wins is blasphemy.
Well, that's what happened. No, I said they were going to win over 8.5. I just didn't put the bet in like an idiot. I was just doing too much other shit. I was in Rome, and I didn't act like I was in Rome.
That's what it is. You're right.
It's fucking a problem.
So you weren't in Rome.
I wasn't. I was at Caesars.
That guy is a goddamn
I
problem.
love it. I love it. I love a little Bob at the perfect time. Oh, so where are we at? But yeah, the Giants offensively, outside of Eli, and I'm still not sold on the offensive line, but they have playmakers. Have 2. Running back, wide out, can make some plays.
They win 5 games.
I'm in.
Saquon and Odell fucking both tear their knees celebrating a touchdown. I'm joking.
Saints should be pretty good. I mean,
Saints.
offensively, they're an issue on offense.
I think
They're a
Atlanta's
missed tackle away from coming
good.
in the link. You know.
No, I agree. Minnesota will have a good day again.
Cousins
I
edition.
think Atlanta has a good day.
Yeah, dude. Like
Man,
you know how we feel about Cousins.
yeah,
and shit.
whoa.
Yeah, to me, that's a monster upgrade.
I love.
obviously.
For
Yeah.
some reason,
Yeah.
people are trying to
Yeah.
say that getting Alex Smith is an upgrade over Kirk Cousins, and I'm just lost in the. I'm lost. Who thinks getting Alex Smith is an upgrade over Kirk
Because
Cousins?
they're looking at the air yards that he put up last year, and he did that with Tyreek Hill, who's just a speedster,
Yeah.
and Travis Kelce,
3-yard
who's deeper
passes.
than any other tight end
Robbie,
in the game.
3-yard hitches, and guys are taking
The
it like
bottom line
70.
is
Well,
the
that's
reason
true,
Alex
too.
Smith
You know what I
don't
mean?
play
Yeah.
well in the fucking playoffs is because in the playoffs you have to actually throw the ball down the field. You can't just dink and dunk, and that's all Alex Smith can do. It's all he could do his entire career.
He was the
So,
original captain checkdown.
He is the
Yeah,
check down.
yeah.
No, I mean,
is
he
Captain
did,
Checkdown.
but he did air it out last year, and he just threw it up, and Tyreek Hill ran underneath and caught it. You need a special talent to be on the other end to make a quarterback that really can't do that appear like he can.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did-
Not
did he
every
really-
throw
he
is a 5-yard in.
I
Don't
think,
get me wrong.
I don't think he really aired it out last year.
His air yard's pretty high. I'll look it up.
In the playoffs, it wasn't high. I know that. And it never has
True
been.
story.
Deem says Minnesota and the Giants fight for a playoff spot.
No, Giants stink. I think Washington and Dallas are both better than the Giants.
Ooh,
I'll tell you that.
I don't think Washington's better than the Giants.
I think they are.
No, we'll see about that one. So real quick, we'll do. Who's your NFC early prediction as your
Playoff
one seed?
teams?
Pre-camp. Pre-camp.
Give me your 1 through 6.
Or camp.
Who's
Camp
the
talk.
1 seed?
I'm gonna say I haven't fully looked at everyone's schedule. Okay, so I'm just gonna spitball, but our schedule's tough. It is. I mean,
Yes, it
always is when you win. Yeah,
Yes, it
but
is.
it's supposed to be. So I will say I'm gonna say Saints 1. Saints 1, Eagles 2. Green Bay, you're all right. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Remember when I went up and got fruit snacks that
I'm
one
gonna go
time?
Saints.
When I got mad?
My fault. Yeah.
Remember I came back down with fruit snacks?
Saints 1, Birds 2.
Fucking guys. So much alike of us.
Green Bay, I say wins North, and we'll say I don't know who wins the West. I'll say San Fran wins the West, and then my 2 wild card teams, right, are
You got San Fran over the Rams?
yes, my 2 wild card teams are the Rams and the Vikings. So there you go. That was to recap. That was 1 through 6 was Saints, Eagles, Packers, San Fran, L.A. Rams and Minnesota Vikings.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
What?
Not you.
Oh.
This. Because this just contradicts everything else of his other points.
Andy Reid's still the best Eagles coach of all time. Well, that's not true. So, Andy was.
I love Andy too, but
Yeah, we used to call Andy Dad. Thank God, not really. Our lives would be pretty bad. But
sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Sorry, I'm not sorry. But Andy never got it done. I mean, that's just fact. Never got it done.
No, but he makes the argument that Foles is his favorite player because he won a Super Bowl. But then Doug's not the best coach when he won a Super Bowl. So
terrible second half adjustment guy, Andy. His whole career still is in Kansas City. Still is a terrible second half adjustment guy. Always has been.
Time is yours.
Yeah, time's yours.
Who's your 6?
Birds, Saints, Rammies, Vikings, and then the 2 wild cards, right? Falcons, Packers.
I went through that whole thing saying I thought Atlanta was going to be good, and I didn't put them in my. I did think Atlanta was going to be good. I was like off the top of the head there, right. But I do think San Fran's good.
I'm
and
chalk with you.
TTP.
I'm a chalk.
TTP, I agree.
I like to change things up, but I'm
Rams
chalk.
have a tough schedule, but the Seahawks aren't tough though. They're going to be bad. Seahawks have thrown away their defense. They're going to really need Russell to play amazing.
They're not
year.
good. Let's be real. They're not good enough.
They're not going to be very good.
Errol's not going to report.
And not in that division now. I mean, that division just got real good, real quick.
San Fran and LA are both good.
And Cardinals still have a ton of talent defensively. They have talent out there. David Johnson coming back, it almost makes them better than Seattle.
But who's the quarterback?
Sleeves will be hurting through.
I was going to say we got glass sleeves and Rosen back there.
I agree with you.
They're in big trouble.
I agree with you there.
Mr. Sled on defense, as we saw earlier today, taking the damn sled off the mount.
Oh yeah, Chandler Jones.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he went to
monster.
Syracuse. Cuse guy.
Teams, I do too. He likes what the Packers did with their secondary. They definitely upgraded that position. That's been a problem for a while.
Yeah, they had to.
It's really been a problem for a while.
What about AFC?
Oh, I mean, until somebody takes them out over there, in terms of not getting there, to me, it's 1 Patriots, 2 Jaguars. And I don't trust their quarterback one bit. There's just so much talent around that team that I love that defense, and I just put them as the second best team in the AFC. Who else we got? I mean,
Pats, Steelers. Pats, Steelers.
I'm going to go a different way, but
Pats, Steelers.
there's a team I really like this year.
Pats,
Really?
Steelers.
Texans.
Titans.
What do you like, the Colts?
I like the
No,
Chargers.
I
I
do-
like the Chargers at like
I
4.
love the fucking Chargers.
They just got to stop starting slow, and they'll be okay.
I love the
Stop getting
Chargers.
guys with
Chargers
ACL injuries like their number 1 corner. That's a fucking killer. It's a tough.
Oh,
for a
two
team.
big, 2 monster.
Yeah,
injuries.
but they
Hunter
have
Henry and
Hunter too,
Verrett.
yeah.
Jason Verrett.
But guess what, though? They have fucking 2 monsters at the end. I like teams that have 2 monsters at the end.
Are
and
they
I
go
trust,
get you?
I trust Phillip. Yeah.
Love me some Chargers.
So I think the Chargers have a great year. I'll go New England 1. I'll go New England 1, Pittsburgh 2, San Diego 3, or not LA 3. Sorry, I keep fucking that up. So Chargers 3. We'll say I'm gonna go Colts 4. We'll say Jacksonville 5 and the Raiders 6.
I would like that Mike Parker put the Browns in his.
I'd have to throw the Chiefs in.
That's
there.
so sleeperish.
The chefs.
And I love it.
Yeah, well,
I
of
love it.
course you love it because that means Baker plays great.
Oh, my roadie, I would love it.
I like the Colts because if Luck's healthy, Luck is the kind of quarterback like we're talking about where you are in games and you can win games.
Well, that's all he did was win divisions
That's
when he was
bottom
healthy.
line. That's bottom line.
with
And
a
they
bunch
say-
of guys,
they say he's
honestly,
healthy, so-
defensively.
In regard to the Chargers, do you think Hunter Henry's season-ending ACL injury affects that team? Is that a huge blow?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big blow.
Yeah.
But they got. I like some of their weapons
Yeah.
that they have. And
Gates
I
considering
really
coming back. Gates is
I really
considering
like
that.
their defense.
Well, can Keenan Allen stay
Right.
healthy too?
Right.
I mean, I think
Keenan Allen had a great year last year.
Keenan Allen, when he's healthy, he's a top 5 talent.
Melvin,
Melvin.
Melvin's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Oh,
a
Gordon,
he's a
yeah.
two-way
Austin
guy.
Eckler broke out last
he's a
year,
two-way
good
guy. He's
guy.
a 100-catch guy. And,
Yeah,
and
people don't like Melvin Gordon for some reason.
Special
Our
player.
running back guy don't like Melvin Gordon for some reason. I don't know why, because Melvin Gordon makes plays.
pass. Wow.
And Rivers is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in this league. Just taking a
I
look at
love
his
Phil.
numbers
I
for
trust.
fantasy.
I trust Philip.
He'll put up 40 and 4.
I trust.
all
Phil.
day.
I trust Philip. I'll tell you that.
I am interested to see what
I-
Gruden does over in Oakland. I am interested to see how that all works out.
The fact
Oakland
you
has
the fact
talent.
you haven't talked to Cleo Mack since you got the job.
Yeah, it's really
is an
weird.
issue.
When all you do is
I mean,
talk,
like,
John.
I mean, come on. Like, you might not be happy with your contract. You're not the guy that's making that decision per se. You're involved in it, but like, you pay the man his money. But like, you don't call the guy. Like, how much of an ego you have? Like,
it's just
that's your best guy on defense.
It's amazing. No
I mean,
conversation.
shit. Maybe I left him 10 messages. Hey, Cleo, just thought I was in the shower. Thought I missed
Yeah,
your call.
That's true to CT. We were talking about that last week.
All right, you boys
I'll
want to do
tell
the
you what,
questions?
Mikey Parker's going with. See, my thing on the Texans is I just think that I don't know. I think that is he RG4? I think he might be. I just don't know if he'll ever be the same quarterback. Second ACL injury for him. I just don't think he's ever going to be the same guy. And then if you don't have that quarterback, then you're not good enough, in my opinion.
Which has been their problem forever.
Ever, yeah. Always been their problem.
Yeah,
Q Tom Savage.
Yeah.
Dean says
Q anyone that's been their quarterback ever.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
When they were good on defense and they had Lamar Miller, they could run
Yeah.
the ball. You know what I mean? So, yep, absolutely.
There's been a bunch.
Yep.
Dean says people were trashing Rivers because he hasn't won. It's stupid. No, you're right. They do.
It's just that
TJ
type
Yates.
It's a lightning rod position, but I hear you. I hear you, Dean.
Brock.
I mean, I hate when they do that too.
Brock Osweiler stinks.
Marino caught
a big West.
Marino caught the same flack. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Fucking Hall of Famer. And
You
it's like he's not good. Yeah,
you gotta
dude.
look. Sometimes you gotta look past your hand, to see the forest. It might not be the proper analogy, but it's the one I'm going with.
Good for late night
I'm
in the bush.
All right, Robbie, 10 questions. Or 5 questions, sorry,
whatever.
10 minutes.
Oh,
I can rattle 10 off. No.
TTP, top 5 QBs next year. So
Like this year, come up, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that at the very end.
Okay.
All right, we can do that.
Okay, put a thumbtack in that. Well, continuing with these 2 early NFL predictions, I'm going to start off by asking you guys which NFL team made the most key addition this offseason.
Well,
The Colts with getting Luck back.
Yeah, no, that's good. For
interesting.
me, the Vikings. I mean, that was their. If you're still in, Cook is back. I mean, so now we're talking about injuries. So that's obviously a guy that was in your building already. But to me, I like Captain Kirk. I've always been a Captain Kirk guy, and to me, that's a monster upgrade. You know what I mean? Keenum did his thing. And you couldn't wait for him to get here. As an Eagle fan, you couldn't drive him fast enough to get here in the NFC Championship game to watch him shit all over his leg. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't get Case here quick enough. And maybe Captain Kirk does that if they were, if the rematch is on. But, you get Dalvin back and you get Cousins. Woo.
And they got a pretty solid wide receiving tandem over there.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I'm going to just switch it up. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns. To me, I think they finally got their quarterback. We're talking about
There he is.
we're talking about the Texans.
Are we talking about the car part or Baker?
We're talking about Baker.
Tyrod?
Like we're talking about the Texans and the quarterback carousel. The same thing in Cleveland. To me, I think they finally got their guy, and we talked about changing cultures and stuff like that. They're a dark horse this year. They're going to win some football games. They were in every game last year with no quarterback. So
They welcome him with
You
Landry.
can only go up from 0-16.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying you were saying they were
no,
gonna
I
Super
just think they can win.
I'm saying
they can win 8 to
4 or
10
5
games.
They
If
could-
they won 10 games,
they
I
should
wouldn't
win
be
5
like,
games.
I wouldn't be like, whoa, where'd that come from? If they won 10 games, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I think they win 5 games.
I don't think they do, but if they did, I wouldn't be surprised. They added a lot of talent. Their defense, ask Clinky. He says, dude, they're in every game. He's like, every time they play us, they're in the game till late. They're always in games, and that was with no quarterbacks. They have a good, young, talented defense over there. They really do. You're not going to talk about, Garrett.
Listen, they
Garrett's a
got some-
bookend to go catch it.
They've had like 2 top 10 picks for the last 5 years. They should be fine.
I know.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is the year that they finally got their guy.
The
and
problem
they
is,
can
though,
turn it on.
is what's it called is now again in trouble, right? Josh Gordon's in trouble again. Josh Gordon.
I didn't catch that.
I don't know. Is Josh Gordon in trouble or something? I don't know. They said.
Oh, he's ever not been. So
I know, but
safe bet.
Josh
think
Gordon.
he was
Josh Gordon's
consistently
getting,
a
Josh
Nazi.
Gordon's getting in trouble, guys.
No, I think he was just.
you probably
finishing
heard
up his
right.
program stuff, and that's why he wasn't at camp yet. I think he was. I think it was talks about him finishing his program.
I mean, I like Landry pickup, especially if you got Josh Gordon going deep. I like Landry underneath
No,
a
he's
lot.
slot monster. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great out of the slot. But I mean, Josh Gordon's a big piece because he's a. Granted, his off the field issues, guy can play football. We know that. So if you have him, like, I don't know. I don't think the Browns are gonna be that good. I think they can win 5-6 games.
No, I agree with you, but I wouldn't be shocked if we had we looked into the future and they somehow won 9-10. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be shocked. That's all I'm saying. Because it's just how this league works. All of a sudden you
got to
just
figure out you got to figure out how to win first. You know what I mean? So even if, the talent comes in the door. Of course, it's a talent upgrade, and you can only go up from being 0-16. But you still got to find a way to win those games. You'll see they're still the Cleveland Browns.
They got better at
it's
the running.
unbelievable.
Can they change the stigma?
Yeah,
That's the question. Can Baker help change the stigma of what is going on there for so long? It also we talk about it all starts with the quarterback. You can have all the pieces you want around everything.
He's not even going to start.
Well, as of right now, but we'll see how that goes. I don't think that lasts long.
It shouldn't last long. I mean, anyone.
I think in preseason it's over.
Anyone that's
I think Baker's going to sling it in preseason, and I think it's going to end the combat.
Anyone that's any sort of Buffalo fan can tell you that Tyrod Taylor is not good enough. Not good enough to start.
That's just my opinion. I think
he's a solid backup quarterback.
I think Baker slings it in preseason, and it just ends the combo.
Yeah, it's right into game one.
I think he's not going to start, so he's going to play against second string guys, and I think he's going to look really good, and I think it's going to. Be like, okay, well, we drafted this guy to be number 1 overall. You usually start them guys. Get the learning curve going now, especially when we have a lot of talent around them. Next question, Robbie.
This isn't the Big 12, though.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to stick.
No, I'm just saying. It's not a shot at you. We'll see.
No, I
We'll
know.
see.
I know it's not. That's why I'm, sort of retracting myself.
Well, I'm going to stick right with you on it
Love his
because
moxie, though.
maybe you might give the same answer to this question. Will he be the biggest rookie to have an impact on his club, or what NFL rookie will have the largest impact on their club?
Ooh. You would assume it's him. You would assume the number 1 overall pick would have the most impact on his squad. It just depends when he plays and when they decide to get the ball rolling. Like I said, it's got to me. I bring Tyrod Taylor in as a backup option. He wasn't brought to me. I didn't bring him in to start because I'm drafting a quarterback number 1 overall. I'm drafting him to start right away. You don't draft them guys not to play them right away. I'm a big believer in that. The Eagles did a great job of getting rid of Bradford to open the door for Wentz to play right away. And then year 2, you see the growth. Instead of waiting a whole year, now you're 3 years in, babe. Now you're 3 fucking years in. You get guys on the field right away. Tyrod Taylor, we know what he is. If something happens to Baker, you got a good, solid backup who throws 5-yard passes. Great. Whatever. He doesn't turn the football over. Good.
He'll keep you in games.
I mean, like I said, it could be. It depends what the team needs and all that stuff. So there can be plenty of guys you put in there. Like for me, it's probably the Nelson guy for the Colts. To Willie's point, you know what I mean? To keep Andrew Luck, your franchise guy, upright. You got the best. There was only what they say about maybe 2 non-miss guys in that draft, Chubby and Nelson, this lineman. You know what I mean? So there's a guy that should be there for 12 to 15 years, barring injury. Come right in from day one and protect Luck.
That's all part of it.
Huh?
Did the Browns get Chubbs?
Broncos.
That's
all
right.
right.
Oh, the other
Rapid
Chubb.
five.
No, DN Chubb. Yeah.
I'm talking Bradley.
Deems actually said Quentin Nelson too.
Yeah, Deems
as well, and he said Rashad Penny Rookie of the Year though.
I disagree with that.
Oh my goodness.
Next one.
All right. Well,
I see you.
I'll throw some more hate towards me. I know you guys hate Dallas with a passion, but how do you feel about Stephen Jones stating players who refuse to stand on the sidelines during the anthem for the Cowboys will be cut, which violates this new NFL rule?
Huh, that's a rule. Done.
Yeah.
I agree with him. That's all. I agree with
listen,
everything
I'm not
Jerry's
gonna
done there.
I don't want to get into this.
I don't want to get into it.
I don't want to get into it.
Okay.
But I will say that the bottom line is, I mean, I know I'm not getting into it.
This is yeah. I agree with him.
Well,
next one.
Forget about the issue. Is it fair to cut them or no?
It's absolutely. You
Right.
run the
You
show.
run the team. You do whatever the fuck you
you're
want.
the owner.
Right.
That's the whole thing.
You're the boss.
That's my thing. Is like That's a workplace.
If I agree or
It's a
disagree with
workplace for
it,
you.
Yeah, whatever the issue.
if I agree or disagree with whatever you're saying,
whatever you
you're
want
the
in your own
boss.
time.
You're the boss. You're paying a lot of money to guys. If you want things done a certain way, like I said, they handled it really well in Arizona in a primetime game. Okay, they all kneeled before the anthem. They locked arms. When the anthem started, they all stood up. All right, I thought Dallas, and I praised them for it. I thought they handled that situation extremely well. You made your point before the anthem. Boom, you stand for the anthem. Now nobody can say a word about what you did. Nobody can complain. It's simple. You know what? You know what change is? What LeBron James did. Okay, that's fucking change. Inner city change education. It's so simple.
Agreed.
It's ridiculous. Okay, you can talk about his finals losses. You can talk about whatever political stuff he might have said that you disliked, but you cannot take away the fact that that's a huge impact and just an amazing thing what he did there for kids who need to get out of inner cities. That's the only way. Not everybody's going to go play pro sports. So what's the only other way out of an inner city? Is education. It's an easier way for kids to get out. And if that's how you want to create change, that's how you create change. So for every NFL fucking player that wants to talk about change and wants to talk about equality, wants to talk about all the other shit, go make the change yourself. Create your own schools. All right?
I don't know. I just think it's
That's real fucking talk for the people.
I know. I agree with you completely on that. I just think the biggest issue that everyone just skirts around, they skirt around it with this other nonsense shit that happens twice a year, where like a black kid is killed by a cop, where the cop's in the wrong, So, and that's the only thing they focus on when there's kids getting slaughtered in the inner city and like all over the country,
gangs,
fucking every day,
Yeah.
kids just getting shot. Like, how are we addressing that issue? That's the issue.
That's the
that
larger
needs to
issue.
be
Well, how do you
addressed.
change it?
Is the gun violence
Education.
issue is out
Here.
of control.
How do you change it, though? You change it here.
Awareness.
You change it when they're
Yep.
young.
Couldn't
You
agree
change
more.
it here with the education, the right education. Kids actually going to school every day. It's simple. Allowing kids to not have to go to public schools in inner cities where they're not going to get the education, where nobody gives a shit. Okay, that's how you change it. Where the only option is to make money, is to be in a gang, sell drugs, and that kind of lifestyle, which then creates what? Gun violence and everything else. It's a real simple process. It really is. So for the players who talk a great game, this is what I got for them. For the guys who actually go out and get their beak wet and actually do things, I love you
the
forever.
hands
Like
dirty.
LeBron James, like he on the court.
I'm pretty sure you I could pull up a video recently of you trashing LeBron James, but we'll see what you say.
But that's different. but I'm separating the two right now. I'm separating whatever you think about him court-wise to what he is as a man, and living up to your promise, finishing something you started.
He's the top.
I know he's got the money to do it. So, but
top,
guys don't always do
he's
this.
He's the top of the pyramid. And the fact that he's doing it, then you got to follow suit. You would think.
Yeah, and I think he's setting. I think that's a perfect example. I think he's setting the table. Like, you know what? You want to go about things the right way. This is the way it is. Now, you might not have as much money as me, but you can still get stuff like this started. And I think the more guys that team up and think like that, the less the violence in inner cities is going to happen, and the more the cycle stops, because it's a cycle. It's a shame. Next one. We could do this forever.
Yeah, we
I could
could.
have this conversation for 2 years.
That's why I asked it.
And there still won't be guys doing the right things to make changes. But they'll be fucking kneeling now. All right?
No doubt.
And they'll be uneducated on what really goes on out there. Because that's what happens. You got a lot of guys who are uneducated about really what's going on, and they just want to be a part of the cause, which I get. We're all up for equality, babe. Okay? But if you don't have a fucking clue, shut your mouth. That's all. If you don't have a clue, just keep it shut.
Sir. Well, speaking of keeping your mouth shut,
Felt good, too. That felt fucking great.
Was Tom Brady justified walking out of a camp interview when asked about Julian Edelman's 4-game suspension being linked to their mutual trainer, Alex Guerrero?
Yeah, he should walk the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
You're going to try to set him
Unfair
up?
question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to try to set him up? Get out of here. I might Ryan Leaf a guy.
Granted, this is like a media station. The media is the fucking worst. So, I mean, they can all – I would just tell them all, don't even – if you even ask a question that's not directly about me on the field, I can tell you to suck a dick, and I'm not going to answer it.
Yeah, we wouldn't even ask that question.
Do we got Smash, Marry, Kill right now?
Have you guys seen, have you guys seen my body? I mean, look at me.
Yeah, what do you think I'm taking? I've been in fucking China for 2 months. What do you think I'm doing?
That's like the Dirk thing from yesterday had me dying
Oh, that was classic.
on Twitter. Dirk, he got drug tested, and He's like, did you see me play last year? If I'm on something, I better change what it is. I love that out of the big German.
It's not the good stuff.
Here we go.
Yes, we do. We have the epic return to Smash, Marry, and Kill. This week's theme, football chicks. Obviously in the news, Jimmy G's flame, Kiara Mia. Recently single, Kendra Wilkinson. Or the deflated Mia
Hank
Khalifa.
Hank Basket.
Yeah. Or the deflated Mia Khalifa. Smash, Marry, Kill.
Oh.
We got to kill Khalifa.
Yeah, I'm right there.
She's just,
Too much.
She's creating problems. I mean, even though she's got, one, I don't mind the fact she's got one tit. I mean, I don't give a fuck about that. It's just a fact.
I'll be
I'll
completely
still
honest.
bounce it around.
I'll be completely honest.
She's
Yeah.
blowing
I'll
guys
still
up with
motorboat.
the-
I like a little man. I'm not gonna lie. And the fact that she's a Washington fan bothers the fuck out of me more than anything else about her.
Well, that's the kill. You know what I mean? That's why I'm taking her out.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I feel like Kendrick, is tamed a little bit.
Kendra's more of a marrier.
Yeah. You marry
Yeah.
her, she clean. She cleaned up.
And
a
you're
little bit.
smashing what Jimmy smashed.
Absolutely,
I
buddy.
mean, it's real. I mean, we're
Hit it,
following
quit
Jimmy's
it.
lead.
That is the correct
See ya.
answer.
See ya.
We're following Jimmy G's lead. I mean, he said he learned a lot. I mean, how great of a student are you, babe? You know what I mean? That you can just come out the next day and say, I learned so much from her.
You follow two lead blockers
killing
right
Wilkinson.
in that hole. You follow two lead blockers right in that hole, baby. I'm in.
I mean, you'll slide right into that. You don't even. I mean, he probably didn't even feel like he was in. Honestly.
Wow.
I mean,
hot
you
dog-
want to
hot
talk
dog
about
down a
roast
hallway.
beef?
It's getting aggressive on the couch.
Little hot dog down a hallway.
You ever smell some old roast beef? You know what I mean? Ever take a whiff of some roast beef that's left out for a couple days? Enjoy yourself, Jimmy. Ask Magic how that worked out. You're gonna end up in the Magic world. You don't want to be Magic.
What's that, fake AIDS?
Yeah, I'll never forget where I was on that night too. I was at the pub. I was young, and
Hanging labia.
as soon as it came out, the news that Magic had AIDS, I automatically assumed that I did too, because I was a puppy. I was like, I played basketball. You know what I mean? I've kissed a girl. Do I? Is that how that works?
I think what really went to the mind of most people was that Magic was kissing boys. What really went to the mind.
That's really what. Yeah, but at that time it was like the
At that time, it's what it was known.
The only way you have AIDS is if you're gay. Yeah. So Magic. Well, he might have been too, but
Bathhouses.
I mean, he was a smasher. Deem says smashing with Jimmy
Not on Wilt's level.
and other male actors smashed. And Mike Parker says sloppy thousands. And Dean says Watson is tapping Khalifa as we speak. Wow, they're all jumping into it.
It's not a good thing for Watson.
Dean says he thinks the AIDS thing was to bring awareness to it. Absolutely correct, brother.
First off, go check tape. I've been talking about this for years. Okay?
Well, Mike,
that dude never had AIDS. All right? You don't get fatter with AIDS. First dude ever. First guy ever.
First guy to look great with AIDS.
First guy in the history of ever. And then they were like, yeah, in 20 years we'll come out and say, we can't even find it anymore. And you'll be back smashing. Don't worry. You'll be fine. And we'll give you a shit ton of money. You'll be the spokesman for AIDS worldwide. I guarantee
Ask yourself a question. Ask yourself a simple question.
Like even if it was the best medicine ever, and he had all the money, like people would be breaking into his house. Like you couldn't guard it like Fort Knox. I mean,
guys are gonna be like, why don't I get the same treatment? What's going on here? But listen, where do you think he got all? Like, listen, he made money over his career, but not like guys are today, right? So where do you think he got all the money to be a part owner of the Dodgers? Like, not saying he didn't have money.
He's got legitimate businesses now, though.
No, I know, but like,
he's got all that. He's got all that AIDS money.
Oh, yeah,
burning up his pockets.
That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to tell you.
Got that old bloody money.
He's got all that AIDS money.
Blood money.
AIDS money.
Got that
The blood
money.
That bad blood money. That ain't the good blood, too. Don't be licking that blood.
That shit away from me, Magic.
TTB says all the Hoopers have AIDS. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just assumed, like, shit. I know look past a couple times.
Yeah. Nobody plays defense.
Nobody wanted to touch him. Remember when he came back? Like, Carl Malone's like, I'm not fucking playing with him.
Carl Malone's like, I can't keep my dick in my pants. I can't be around Magic.
Who's got a hole? Anybody got a hole? Who's got a hole?
Then he had a kid right after that, too. I think that's what Deems is saying, too.
Deems, first off. Whew. I can't even go there. His son is the best fucking GIF I've seen, or best little video I've seen by far, is that his son came out. And I don't know if you know who Magic's son is. I'm not going to mention comments about him, but just Google him. Just Google him. That's all you need to do. But his son came out, and like one's like, I want to have a blog on teaching LeBron's kids how to be teenagers in California, and then there's a video of showing like LeBron and turn and run the other way down court, and I was like, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. We're not gonna do that.
Oh fuck! Oh my God, it's 1:08 in the morning.
We good?
We took you right to bat, fam.
Yeah, man. No, his son is. Woo, woo. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, listen,
I just
boys.
don't get it. I don't get it. I can't go. I can't go there. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be having to issue apologies or something. It's gonna be bad.
You don't have to issue shit. You don't listen.
No, we don't issue.
My
anything.
name's on the LLC,
you
babe.
can go
You
back
don't
and
have to
check.
issue
You
shit.
can go back and check my Twitter. There's bad shit on it. I can guarantee you. All right.
So
it
listen.
ain't gonna get
That's
deleted.
dude, I knew I had something to say. Great job by you. I know. For the guys that are fucking deep digging, knock it off, dude. It's like
Who
come
deep
on,
digs
dude,
on Twitter too? It's like you said. It's like the fucking. It's just fucking little. Oh, I bet you when he was 15, he said something fucked up on Twitter.
I can expose
Who
him a little
fucking
bit.
cares?
Corny. So listen, I'll be back Wednesday, and then I'll be gone for a while, for 2 weeks. But the boys will be on, I assume, Sunday or at some point
When on some point.
when I'm not here. But everything else will be rocking and rolling today, today. You'll get some videos from the big dog on the road.
So are you
Eddie
wait,
Griswold.
hold on, Are you driving?
Eddie Griswold.
RVing.
Straight to Albuquerque.
Shitter's full.
You going? So are you going
We're going Route 66 out to Arizona, and we will
go see Kevin in Vegas.
and then we'll be in San Diego. I do plan on making a stop in Vegas though, because when in Rome.
Grand Canyon? Gonna canyon up?
I've done it all, but yeah, I have no problem doing Vegas again without the flight, because the flight to Vegas is a piece of shit.
Dropping the ball on the Eagles.
How many?
11 wins.
How long are you
Well,
gonna
no,
be
I
gone?
can't.
2 weeks?
Yeah, like 15 days.
Damn, that's a lot of driving, man.
Yeah, I'm not driving, so
Good times.
a lot of movies in the RV, big dog.
Pope's trying to play us out. It's impossible.
No, it's the
It's
porn.
impossible.
It's the porn music. It's the porn music to fit the mood.
For an RV? Yeah, sure. This
Nah.
RV's a rocking. Don't come and knock.
It was actually 3 topics. So.
It'll be a fun trip though. I'm excited to go see the Phillies on the road. I don't often do that one,
No, it's cool.
and that's
I
cool.
like that.
2 cool stadiums, so hopefully.
I don't know about Arizona.
1,000 degrees,
I was gonna
bro.
say Arizona.
1,000 fucking
Arizona
degrees.
in fucking August is
Dope.
like the worst decision in the history of the world.
Yeah, but don't.
And
Oh,
I'm
no,
just saying,
you're
I'm just saying the
inside.
fact that you're going to be
You
in
have
the
to get
state of Arizona.
Yeah.
It's the same as Vegas. I was in Vegas
You have to
last
get from the
August.
RV
I was
to
in
the
Vegas.
fucking. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's the sun.
I was in Vegas. I was in Vegas last August, so I know what it is out
Terrible. Or awful decision.
Like 107.
there. TTP says great stream, y'all. Thanks, brother. Thank
TT.
y'all, Deems, Parker,
Spidey.
Nitro,
Deemsy.
all
Love-
you guys,
Love the fam.
Ralphie, the whole fucking fam. We love y'all. Tomorrow night, you don't have Birds of a Feather tomorrow night. They are off this Tuesday. Wednesday, no fix, but AM to PM will be on. And then Thursday, you'll have your lazy book and your hockey happy hour into the fucking weekend. Enjoy. Dawkins getting into the hall. That'll be a good weekend. We out, fam. Agree, disagree. ATD Radio. You know who we're brought to you by.
Later.
Later.